How are we doing? Happy Mindset Monday. Who we got today? We got Carmelise. Wait, hold on. Carmelise latte. Oh, caramel ice latte. No, I like the way I said it the first time. Carmelise latte. Oh, also, let me know if the sound is better. I figured out what the sound was. The problem was after I got off when I went to record my podcast. And I listened back to the Mindset Monday, so I understand your frustrations from last week. Hopefully it sounds better. Okay, let's go back to who we got today. Carmelise Latte, Dib Link, Emily, hello. Shishi, Susanna, Vishmi, Danielle, Marta, Daisha, Gwen, hello. Thanks, Gwen. Gwen says she loves my voice. Thanks, Gwen. Duddy, Cara, Consta, Melissa, Stella, Juliet, Gianna, Trixie. Okay, good. Sound is good. Sweet. Thanks. Emily, Dina, hello. Shishi, can we talk about how to start this year off right? Absolutely. Don't let me forget. Viviana, Natalie, Mary Jane. Oh, from New Zealand. Brandon, hello. Okay, good. Sound is better. Consta, can I check my DMs? I don't check my I don't check my DMs. I pay someone to do that. And I mean that with the most sincerity and love. But I do have somebody that checks my DMs for me. So they will check it, and I'll make sure that they pass it on. Check DMs later because you want to send me something. I mean, I can check. I'll check it, but generally, they forward it to me. So, yeah. Glad the sound is good. Yeah, I was just like, I had to switch over to the second channel, second mic channel. I don't know if something's jacked with my audio interface, but usually it tends to go out like once a year or so. Maybe that's time. Okay. Anyways, actually my audio interface is working perfectly and it's so great. I love how everything always works out the way I need it to. It's perfect. Scott, Naomi, Meow Meow, hello. EH, Karina, Dina. I already said Dina, but I liked it because it rhymed. Zayner, SG, Leanne, hello. Gianna. She asked, how was my Christmas? It was very nice. My mom came, and so that was really nice to see my mom. So, yay. Okay, so EH, you got a message from your SP you got a message you didn't want from your SP. I have a video about manifesting the opposite. Actually, I have several. I think I have at least 2. Watch those because those will help you with that concept. Okay, I feel like I need some hydration. Abby, hello. Tiffany, hello. Tiffany, oh my God. Tiffany, your email made me cry. I seriously cried. I was like so excited for you. Tiffany had a very Tiffany had a very successful manifestation happen over the course of her birthday and shit. So, and then she sent me a letter about it, and it was very, very moving. And I was just really excited for you, and really powerful and proud of you. So happy birthday and congrats on your manifestations. Okay. Can you manifest your parents' health? Yes, you can. I made a video about manifesting healing for other people. It was about like around probably June of last year, 2020. So if you want to check that out, I talked about that In depth. Tiffany says, girl, I was crying too from joy. Yeah, me too. Me too. Kala, hello. Okay, so Osana, you're here. She made it. Okay. All right. I'm getting distracted by the chat because I'm like trying to like keep up with you guys and find out what's going on in your lives. And I'm not talking. So let's look at, somebody asked me about the new year, about going into the new year. Can we circle back? It doesn't feel energetically the right time to talk about that, but please remind me that we want to talk about what to do going into the new year. Okay. So, but yeah, it just feels like right now we have to unclog some stuff before we go there. That was so weird. I don't know. Sorry. Sometimes these and that, they just come through me. I don't know where they come from. That was a weird one. Okay. So, oh, no tally. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll remember you. I see you. I might not remember you when it comes up. I mean, I got you. I might say this name is what I'm saying. I might say this screen name. Okay, Meow Meow, you're you know what's funny, Meow Meow? Your name is Meow Meow, right? You're obviously repetition, doing the same thing over and over. In your question, what can I do if my relationship with my SP is on and off? Like, as weird as that may seem, or as not connected as that may seem, I 100% know, think, believe, and trust that your name, Meow Meow, represents the duality, back and forth nature of your relationship and your life in general. I thought that was interesting that even your name says do it over again. So for off and on relationships, please check out my videos on hot and cold behavior, manifesting the opposite, which we just linked here. What have we done? I know we've done a lot about off and on, like that's you. That is your patterns of going from like stability to fear. Like we talk about this before, back and forth, arm's length distance. It's all the same thing. Like you had some sort of like loss, absence of emotional connection with one or more of your parents. Like I said, loss, death, back and forth, some sort of like shaking up of the status quo or not having a stable status quo will result in you having back and forth stuff going on in your life. It's just like every single person I have ever talked to, coached, ever since I've been doing this, if you have if you have on and off with or hot and cold or long distance relationship, there is some sort of inconsistency or lack thereof of stability or emotional connection somewhere in there in your childhood. I don't know. I mean, like, I know that sounds very vague, but it's like, I can just tell. I just talked to so many people at this point, and we're such mirrors, and it's just so obvious, and we're so programmed to continue where's my crystal? I'm like, whoo. Hold on. Sorry. I have so much energy. Sorry, I have a lot of energy coursing through. Why is this coursing through me? Nope, the batteries are dead. That's why. Okay, cool. So now it's just a feather. All right. Valerie. Okay. Remember what I was just saying about the back and forth thing and having the chaos. You are going I know you're young, right? So you're going through right now how do I say this? Two things. You're going through the back and forth patterns and chaos of your parents. That's happening to you. And also, you in this moment right now, while you're going through that, having to move from your home because of chaos, I'm telling you right now, you are building the pattern and the programming that I was just talking about. Okay. And that's why when we first talked, what was it on the, damn, the energy is fucking like coursing today. When we talked on the group chat, I think the first time was that we actually talked, and you were like, I'm 16. I'm going through this right now. I was like, listen, like, while you're going through this, because you're still you're at the mercy of your parents, right? You're in the stage that those of us who are adults that are still doing this to ourselves. You're at the stage where it's being built right now. Okay. So this is why I said that the very first thing I said to you was I want you to be very aware of what you're doing right now, because you're in the midst of the pattern being, the program being like carried out. Like you're already out of like 0 to 7 is when we're soaking it all up the most, but you're still in childhood and you're still under the, how do I say it? The veil, not veiled. You're under the umbrella of your parents' programming right now because you live with them. And this is why we, as everybody, do the things that our parents do, live the way our parents either lived or feared, right? Or taught us not to, whatever, because we learned to adapt to their issues. No offense to them, because then the next generation's learning to adapt through our issues, right? So you, as a, pre-adult, with all the respect in the world, because you're a very powerful manifestor, you're a very smart person, you are in the midst of building that programming right now. And so for you in particular, you have a unique opportunity that not everybody on this chat is going to have to, oh God, like, what am I seeing? I'm seeing like train tracks that are being laid, but like laid in a different place. You know what I'm saying? Like like a board is laid, but you pick it up and you put it in another place and then lay that instead. You get what I'm saying, right? Like, you right now can change your programming, which is something that not everybody. Wow, Lorraine, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. I just like opened my eyes and saw that. Thank you for your generosity. You right now are in the midst of this programming, creating it, because you're still in that, like, again, you're still under the umbrella of your parents' programming, and you're still a child. So you have that opportunity of like having the malleable brain, being closer to the source of creation, and still like having that connection to like who you are and stuff like that. What did you just say? Yeah. Valerie, okay, you said that you're not sad about it, which is cool. You said you think it's going to be the thing that makes your life better, so your parents can cut ties and leave the house, blah, 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 and everyone's going to be happy. Great. So you have the perfect outlook on that, okay? And like I said, you're a very powerful manifestor. You're very smart. You see through the BS. But what I'm telling you, I'm looking at something more meta. I'm looking at it from the outside. As a coach, as your coach, I'm telling you right now, your program is being carried out and written in this moment, and you need to be careful that you don't, like, I see you welcoming it and not shying away and not closing down and not being fearful. So you're doing great, but I also want you to be aware of the fact that you're creating something different while you're reacting this way, right? So congratulations to you. I'm glad that it is working out in your favor. Of course, it always is. And again, stay aware, because how you handle this is going to it will show you how you handle, how you handle this sets the stage for how you handle adversity in life later. And don't forget, you're creating the next wave of momentum. Okay. So I still see chaos, peace. So when you get to peace, it's going to be very important that you maintain peace here. Right. So I know the manifestations that you're working on personally, how you know how to keep your thoughts on track and choose the reality that you're going to be in. I want you to do that with expecting the good times to last, okay? Because when you're coming from something chaotic, you learn to brace for the next shitstorm. And that manifests the shitstorm. It's not that you're creating, you're moving yourself into a reality where the shitstorm is inevitable, okay? So I just want you to be aware that the pattern next would be to get to the safe place and then fear it going away or reacting to whatever, you know what I'm saying? Some sort of allowing the chaos to come back in, even though you're where you have declared to be safe haven, right? So the pattern would be to get to the safety and then start worrying and looking out for and expecting the chaos to erupt, because it always usually does. And that's where you need to break it so that you don't experience what probably a lot of people on this chat are experiencing right now. Hot and cold behavior, SPs, not doing anything, on and off, can't get them to commit, long distance, blah, 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 right? Not showing you love, not showing up. So cool. Proud of you. And I'm excited for what's next for you. Okay. Daisha, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, Merry late Christmas. Thank you. I'm dismantling root fear of not feeling cool enough for SP. Sometimes I feel like it feels like my old self is fighting my new concept. Okay, girl, I relate to you so much. Like I really, okay. So I'm gonna tell you my personal story just so you understand where I'm at. Like, I talk about my cousin that passed away all the time. She was like my sister. We were the same age. She was like, no joke, like the coolest like person, like in the school, like in her friend group. She was like the like everybody who sought out her approval, whatever, it doesn't matter. Everyone sought out her approval. Like, she was like the one that, like, I always sought out her approval, but like so did everybody around her, like all of her friends. Like, I don't know how to explain it. She was just like, she was the cool. I know I'll never meet anybody as cool as her. Like, I also judge everybody's coolness to her, and no one ever measures up. So neither do I, right? Me, I was always her like dumb, big, doofy cousin that would like, they let me hang out for a little while, and then I inevitably say something dumb and like embarrass myself or like embarrass her, like ostracize myself from the group, and like, you know, like, and then not get invited to stuff or whatever. And like, that's been my story in a lot of social circles. And that's why I gravitate towards being like, you know, more of an outsider and stuff, because I'm an artist. I'm weird. I talk a lot. Like, it's not just my business. It's who, you know, like if I'm talking, and I just say what's up. You know, you guys listen to me fucking talk all the time. So, I relate to that a lot. And I'm working through the not being enough thing as well. Cause it was like, yeah, not being cool enough, not being funny enough, not being skinny enough, not being like small, what doesn't matter. So I feel you. And more than enough, obviously. And like looking at the stuff that you are cool for, like, that's kind of where I had to be like, I will never be able to reach her standard. I will never be able to get her approval now, right? Like, because she's not here anymore. So like, I could spend the rest of my life trying to create that for myself, or I could just approve of myself. Like, what I'm saying is, I could spend the rest of my life trying to live up to what I think she would have thought was cool. Or I can look at all the things that I do that do make me cool, you know, and me cool in my own way. And like, that's kind of how I had what I did, you know, like, I know what I do is fucking cool. Like, I don't care what people think. You think I care? I live in a pink house that I have Hello Kitty everywhere and like live like an adult child. I don't fucking care. My life is cool. I like it. You know, like, I like what I do. I look like, I can look at what I do and I can see what I offer to the world. I can see how I am focused on, you know, giving back to others and being my best self and just enjoying who I am. That's fucking cool, right? Like, so it's cool that it feels like your old self concept is fighting your new self. Whoa, where did the fucking video go? That was weird. Okay, so anyways, it's cool that your old self concept is fighting your new concept. That means your new concept is there. She showed up today. She's showing up every day. If you're fighting, you're doing something. You're making progress. So, you know, because you're not just laying down and taking it. You're not just, okay, fine, I'm the old self. I'm settling into it. No. If you're fighting it, you're doing something, you're making change, you're making progress because you're something else. You may be a hybrid, and that's great. That's cool. You're something else. You have evolved beyond what you were before. So I feel you a lot. I totally get it. I understand what that feels like. And for me, I just have to be cool at what I'm cool at. You know what I mean? That's really what it is. It's like, you know, I don't know. I'm nerdy. So I like Harry Potter. I like to read. You know, I'm into nerdy shit, but who the fuck's cooler than me? You know what I mean? What? It doesn't matter. Like, if you don't think I'm cool, like, what the fuck do I care? Who the fuck are you? How cool are you? Because I could probably find some uncool shit about you. I'm not really worried about it. I don't spend my time doing that. I'm worried about telling myself I'm cool, right? I'm just spitting out a bunch of bullshit. But the point is, the reason you don't feel cool is because you think more thoughts about yourself that say you're not cool than thoughts that tell yourself you are cool. If you were to tip the scale in the other direction, you'd eventually feel cool because you would not be under the influence of the uncool thoughts anymore, just like with any manifestation. So the reality of you where you're cool as fuck and your SP is over here like, how come I'm not as cool as Daisha? Like, that's valid. That's real. I just thought of it, so it has to exist. I wouldn't be able to like string the little bits of programming and little pieces of reality together if it wasn't already in existence, right? So Daisha, there's tons of realities out there where you're the coolest bitch in the room in every room if you want to be that person. And, you know, if that's the case, then just start saying that that's the case. And if you're fighting it, good. Meditate on your coolness. You know, like think about the stuff that you like and how you bring it to the world and how you bring it to life. And if you haven't, I have a confidence building workshop, Confident AF is what we called it, on my website. So if you want to try that out, I have it's like, I think 6 modules of me kind of like breaking down how to dismantle the idea of who you are and like what you are outwardly and inwardly, and then rebuilding that and then embodying that person so you can like become whoever it is that you want to be and step into. So RoxyTalks.com. And keep us posted. Let us know how this works. Okay. Hannah says, being 16 and already beyond Roxy Talks is amazing. I know. Valerie surprised me. Like, she gets it. She's really on top of it. She's really powerful. And, you know, it's not that like, oh, I wish I could have started younger. It's just that like when you find it, thank God, that's so awesome. You know, and if you happen to find it that early, like, wow, can you imagine how incredibly powerful your life and you are going to be, and like how much you could do and how much you can create and shift? It's pretty amazing. Emmy says, I just affirmed so much bad shit accidentally because it came out like word vomit and now I'm anxious. And here we're going to quote Kyle Cease, and I love it. I just affirmed so much bad shit accidentally because it came out like word vomit and now I'm anxious, and that's pretty cool. I like that I did that because now I can just look at the truth of what's really going on underneath. Like, your anxiety wanted to be seen and now you see it. Give it a hug. If you affirmed that bad shit, if it came out like word vomit, how do I say this? The only thing I can really equate it to analogy wise is like, for me, like I hate throwing up. So like if I'm like drunk or whatever and I know I need to throw up, I will like I'll just lay there in agony for hours and hours and hours instead of just throwing up, because I don't want to throw up, even though throwing up makes me feel better. And as soon as I throw up, I'm like, oh, I should have just done that, right? It's the same thing with the manifestation. So think about it like this. Everything that you affirmed that was such bad shit, that's you holding on to something that wants to get out and prolonging how long it is that you have to suffer through it, meaning prolonging how long you're manifesting that reality by holding on to these things that want to be word vomited up. Because once you word vomit them up, bleh, all right. Whew, okay. That's how I was really feeling. That's what I ate. I don't want to eat that again because it obviously made me sick. after we throw up, we do feel better, but you don't feel 100%. You're shaky, you're kind of weak. You still go lay down and nurture yourself, but you feel better, right? So, and you're no longer in the space of holding on to all that toxicity, and equally meaning manifesting it for hours longer than you should have or could have if you had just thrown that shit up, saw it for what it was, and moved the fuck on to nurturing, right? So again, I just affirmed so much bad shit accidentally because it came out like word vomit and I'm anxious. Thank God. Fuck yes, Emmy. That's awesome. You know what I mean? That's great. That's great. That's great. And everything's working out best case scenario. Okay. Anna, anybody has book recommendations? We have a book club at my website, roxytalks.com. I think we have 4 books on there for now. I have like so many that I've already blown. I mean, I read a lot, so I've already like gone through more books than are on there. So I have a lot on deck that I'm ready to share with everybody whenever I don't know what kind of pace we want to keep it at, but there are, yeah, for, Dina linked the book club. Thanks, Dina. Leanne, I love you, Leanne. You're so nice. Leanne says, Roxy, you are fucking cool. Stop it. Okay. I want to see what Daisha said. Shit. Daisha, can you just... Oh, okay. You just said something about being an alien. That's all I saw. Oh, wait. I feel like a lot of quantum concepts I get introduced to from you and not even your teachers. Oh, you're saying you're a physics person, right? Okay, yeah, physics. Okay, you study physics. That's cool. Girl, that's cool. Like, I think someone that studies physics is fucking cool. I think that's very cool. I would love to feel smart enough to study physics. I mean, I try. I study it. I look into it. I comprehend as much as my brain allows me to. I'm an artist. And I'm smart. What am I fucking affirming that? I understand quantum physics so well. I'm a fucking genius. Neil deGrasse Tyson, like, watch out, bitch, watch out. I'm coming for your job. Ashley says, first time I'm seeing you live. I'm obsessed with your content. I just started the 30 days of alignment and I'm so excited. I'm already seeing huge life shifts and change. Yay! So excited for you. When I say that 30 days of alignment changed my life, I'm not joking. It's not clickbait. I'm not trying to get you to click on it so you can get on my mailing list. Like, I really fucking mean it. That shit changed my life. It's still changing my life today. And I started it, June 1st, 2019. It's still changing my life right now. Okay. So I'm excited for you. That's awesome because it, again, shifted my entire fucking world and trajectory. And it is the reason I'm sitting here right now. So I'm talking to you. Tina says, I love being a nerd. I know, it's fun. Being a nerd is like cooler now than it was when I was younger, but yeah. So anyways, what are we talking about? Pumpkin Spice says, I love you the way you are. That's why I'm attracted to you. I'm an adult who loves Ninja Turtles, Care Bears, Powerpuff Girls, and I still love to laugh and play while being a hot ass boss babe. Yes, ma'am. Exactly. And this is what I tell people. Okay, so I'm glad the way that you said it like this, because I tell this to people all the time. I'm like, people that are trying to have some sort of job or career or whatever, or just speak to the masses. Like, I don't know if you're trying to be an influencer or have a podcast or be an artist or have a YouTube, doesn't matter what it is. If you're trying to talk to people and you're wondering like how to be and how to be yourself, and you're afraid if you're not, if you don't know if you're going to be good enough or people are going to want to listen to you or people are going to gravitate towards you. What you just said, Pumpkin Spice, is exactly why being your authentic, complete 100% self is the best way to go, because I like Ninja Turtles and Care Bears and Powerpuff Girls. And I radiate that, right? Like Tara Strong was on my podcast, even though this isn't a comic podcast or whatever, we had her on and she talked about manifestation because she's a powerful ass bitch. Check out that episode if you haven't seen it. But me living as my full pink self and being 100% me and just being a true fan and not hiding who I am attracts people who are into the same stuff. So it's like, if you happen to like pink or Hello Kitty or, Powerpuff Girls or Care Bears, or you like black, or you like tattoos, or you like gold stuff, or you like manifestation, or you like makeup, you know what I mean? And nails, or any combination of a couple of those things, you're going to gravitate here because I'm just like, that's who I am. I'm showing it everywhere. I'm not hiding it. I'm not trying to be anybody but me. And so if you like those same things, just like, if you saw someone like out on the street that's like dressed like you or something, you're like, you want to be friends? You know what I mean? Like, or you see someone that's like wearing the team, I don't do sports. I'd imagine if a team person saw another jersey or whatever, they'd be like, like I've been at a bar where my father-in-law like bonded with the dude at the other table in LA simply because they were both wearing Bronco shirts and they talked the whole time. Like no offense, he talked to that guy more than he talked to us, right? So it's like, when you see somebody that likes what you're into, you like them because you instantly have something in common with them. It creates that bond. You know that you can blah, 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 whatever. When you just be yourself, you will naturally connect with the people who like the same shit as you. And if they like you, they'll listen to the stuff you're bringing about, because we're all consuming content all the time. I watch stuff all the time. I follow people on Instagram. I have people whose coaching I pay for. And you know what I mean? It's like, I also am a fangirl of not saying that everyone here is a fangirl. I'm just saying I'm a fan of a lot of things too. I watch other people's live streams that aren't me, and like, should I say something in the chat? Like, like I'm you too. So again, just being yourself it naturally attracts the people who are the same, because we do that. That's what humans do naturally. So that's just a little tidbit and gem on why authenticity is so powerful, is because it's going to attract the people who are going to be into the same stuff as you. They're going to stay on the same track as you because you're like, I've been into Hello Kitty my whole life, or I've been into pink my whole life. Like the shit that I've liked for a really long time. I'm probably not going to unlike that stuff. So if I can radiate with somebody for a long period of time, and I'm not just saying because I like Hello Kitty or here, I'm just saying something about that energy or whatever it is brings us together and kind of connects us. That's how you keep people in your audience for a long time. And, like if you're a Swiftie, how happy are Swifties right now? Taylor Swift didn't do shit for years. No, I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying she didn't put anything out for years. She was healing. She was growing. If you watch, Aphrodite did a tarot card reading on her yesterday, right? So I believe that Miss Swift has been healing and growing and learning how to be her own self in this time. And what did she do? She put out all this music that she now owns. She took control of her whole life. And these motherfuckers aren't playing anything but that music. They're streaming it in ridiculous horror. Like, it's, how dope is it to be a Taylor Swift fan? That bitch came out when she was 13. People have been following her for their whole lives sometimes. They're not going anywhere. When she's 60, you guys are going to be playing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's the power of being yourself and just being, and not trying to copy, not saying we are, but not trying to like sensationalize and put on airs and be fake and live that, like the fake, like in no shade, that fake influencer life and put on all that fake shit. Like, people see through that, and we don't want that shit, especially like if you're in this community. Like, we're all over here trying to be as authentically ourselves as possible. And when you're authentically yourself, you can sniff out somebody who is not authentically their selves much easier. So, okay. All right. I got to go back up because I know I probably did a bunch of super chats talking about a question that nobody really asked. Okay. Alma Reina, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, hi, how do I manifest meeting my ideal partner? Okay. So I did recently put out maybe in the last couple months, I put out a podcast episode about manifesting new love. Okay. So I would suggest checking that episode out so you can just hear my thoughts on that from, when I was specifically focused on that topic. But if we want to start basics, what I would do is first I would make a list of all of the characteristics that I want in a partner and everything that's a non-negotiable for you. Trust, honesty, open communication, commitment, fidelity, support, communication. We already said that, but we want it double because who doesn't? They show you love. They shower you with affection. They understand you, whatever it is that you want. Make a list of that. Start feeling the feelings of being understood, feeling the feelings of being trusted and trusting, feeling the feelings of just not worrying about where something's going to go. Think of something in your life that you don't question. You don't question whether it's going to go anywhere. For a lot of people, it could be if you have a good relationship with your parents or a parent, it could be your parent or your best friend or an aunt or something. It doesn't have to be a family member, but it's kind of that relationship that has always been there that you don't necessarily question. We obviously know that everybody has a limited time here on earth, but for the most part, you expect the inevitability of them. You never question whether they're going to be there. It's more if they don't pick up the phone, you're just Mom, God, where are you, Mom? You're not my mom doesn't love me because she didn't pick up the phone, right? So finding that feeling of expecting someone or something to always show up, and then taking that feeling of expectation, of expectancy, of commitment, of lasting, of not going anywhere, and kind of reveling in what that feels like, of just that comfort of yeah, it's kind of just obviously, it's not even a big feeling. It's more of the opposite. It's a lack of one, right? It's just everything's fine. Getting to that point and seeing what that feels like. And then, putting all of this together and combining the idea of being loved and supported and having somebody that's not going anywhere, sticking around all the time, what it feels like to expect people to stay, meditating on it, visualizing it, telling yourself, affirming it's coming, it's happening, it's unfolding, and then putting yourself in the position to allow that to unfold. Meaning you're meditating every day. You are working on being what's on that list. If you want someone to trust you, you need to work on trusting yourself, which means sticking to your manifestational practice, 360 method. That's what I do every single day. Doing something that proves to you that you're going to show up every day. Every day I'm showing up. Every day I'm showing up. Every day I'm showing up. Every day I'm checking my thoughts. Every day I'm flipping my thoughts. Every day I'm allowing my feelings, but letting my thoughts say something else. That's you learning to trust yourself. And as you continue to do that and show up for yourself and stay consistent, the universe will have to reflect that in the 3D. Some sort of, I'm choosing the word I use here. Reflection, I guess, of your consistent dedication to a new story and to showing up for yourself, loving yourself, not harming yourself with worries, doubts, or insecurities or fears, or wondering where it is, or thinking it's not here, wondering if you're good enough, if you're ever going to have it. All that stuff is just a waste of your manifestational power because it manifests while you're thinking about those things. So you're doing the 360 method every single day. You're expecting good things to come because they always come, and you're affirming that. And if something comes in your world that shakes things up, you are affirming that everything's still working out, even though these things, it doesn't matter really. I'm glad that everything's working out for me. I'm glad it's unfolding in my favor, or whatever you're doing. You're just not allowing anything to shake the story that this is working out for you. So welcoming in new love is about allowing yourself to be loved. It's about looking at other people that are in love and having success in love, and not being jealous of them, and not saying, how come them and not me? That's very important. There are some people in our community that I love dearly that do this every single day, despite me telling them every single day for the last 2.5 years, if you keep saying that other people have it and you don't, they're going to continue to have it and you won't. Ooh, you see, I'm a natural songwriter, you guys. I was put on this planet to write and perform. So, it's you just You got to like look around you and see abundance and see love and see fulfillment, and not look around you and see other people getting and you not getting. And I'm not saying that's your story. I'm just saying don't do that one, because it'll hinder you for fucking years. And, you know, just work on finding, I say to sometimes my clients, tagging and bagging the thoughts that say that you don't have love, that you can't, you won't, I don't know how, I don't know when, then all the bullshit, all the stuff that you worry about, finding those and switching them to something that is not a worry, but an expectation of things unfolding in your favor. And then keep doing that for the rest of your life, and don't stop just because you get the relationship. And put it everywhere on every topic of your life as well as you work through it. Okay. Dina says, my nephew gets it and he's 4. I know, you were telling us about what your nephew was saying. It was so cute. Okay. Sophie says, how can I discover what I'm ignoring in myself in terms of not nurturing myself when it comes to abandonment and trust issues? Okay, first off, you can journal that question. What am I ignoring in myself? Journal on it and meditate on it. Those are both great ways. Just listen to what comes up, or like, for me, like if I have a question about something, or if I'm just, doesn't matter what topic I go into my meditation with. Sometimes I'll just get like an image, like one quick image of it. And it's like the white rabbit going down the rabbit hole, and you kind of have to follow the imagery and just see where it leads. But literally ask yourself. And it's interesting too, that like, and I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying that, you know, maybe you don't know this, but maybe you don't realize that you can just ask yourself what you are ignoring. And so in effect, you're ignoring yourself about being ignored. You know what I mean? Like that's the abandonment right there in trust, is like, you don't know that you have all the answers, and that you are the answer, and that you are the trust, and you are the opposite of the abandonment now, kind of a thing. Like it's already within you. So I just think that's just a little, if you scratch behind the surface a tiny bit, there's a little bit of that going right there. So keep digging, meditate on it, journal on it, and then pay attention to when and where and what about you doubt. There we go again. Because it's the doubts, fears, worries, insecurities that are your abandonment and trust issues. And that's where you can find where that stuff is. Okay. Because like if you have abandonment and trust issues, then your fear is going to be related to being left behind, or not being good enough, or being, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, it's going to burrow down to that at the base of it. So when you feel those feelings, instead of running from it or hiding it or pushing it away or spraying it on other people, hug, love, and ask, what's this about? What needs to be felt right now? What am I ignoring? What do you need me to hear? How can I see you more? Like you're just being there for yourself, which is what the opposite of the ignoring is, right? So being there for yourself is how you not ignore yourself, if that makes sense. So I would say meditation, and then being very conscious and aware and present while you're feeling the negative feelings, because they will tell you what's underneath there, and that will give you your answers. And thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I hope you're doing well. You're the best big sister kind of coach on YouTube. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm glad you're here, and you've been here for a while, and thank you. And you know what? This is our last mindset of the year. And man, some of you have been here for over 2 years, and that's really cool, coming every week. And even if it hasn't been that long, I just want to congratulate you on showing up for yourself for this, because you can't get away from this without learning something. You know, you can't get out of this without discovering something or growing in some way. And the fact that you're showing up every Monday for yourself to do this says something. So let's everybody give ourselves a round of applause. This is for us. I showed up too. Oh my God, I've been doing this for over 2 fucking years. That's pretty fucking cool, right? Oh my God. Yay me. Yay. I watched a Mel Robbins interview last night with Lewis Howes, and she's talking about giving herself high fives in the mirror. And so I've been doing it for the last 2 days. Yay, Roxy, you did it. So I'm going to throw everyone a Mel Robbins challenge out there. Mel Robbins challenges you to give yourself a high five every. Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna make that our homework too. But again, it's Mel Robbins. I'm not taking credit. Mel Robbins. Give yourself a high five in the morning every day for the next week. That's gonna be our homework. We'll say it now in case anybody misses it. We'll talk about it at the end as well. High five in the mirror and a little mini pep talk. She says to do it when you're brushing your teeth in the morning because that's ritualized already. And so it's easy to add in the high five like immediately after and just like sink it into like a ritual of every single day we're doing this thing. We're not leaving the bathroom without brushing my teeth. I'm not leaving the bathroom without giving myself a high five and a little mini pep talk and being like, bitch, you got this. It's going to be a great day. Woo. You know, so that'll be your homework for the week, but we'll get there. We'll get back to it in, later on as well. What time is it? 1:50. Okay. Yeah. We'll get that to that later. Okay. Okay. So. Daryl, oh no, Tally, so I remembered, says, if it wasn't for the dark times and the unpleasant emotions, we would be numb to even the beautiful things in life. We get desensitized to happiness very quickly. That's so true. And that's what they say in like the law of one is why like human lives don't last 1,000 years anymore like they used to. It used to be like no strife and you live for 1,000 years and it's just fucking boring. So you're like, how about fucking murder hornets and fucking jousting and fucking lions and stuff and 100 years tops. Here we are. Okay. Vibe with Destiny. Thank you. Destiny says, if you love Roxy, like this video. Thanks. And even if you don't, even if you just kind of like it, click the like button. Why not? Leanne says, Roxy, you have Mars and Virgo. You can hang with all the details, whatever the subject. Mars and Virgo. Can you elaborate? What does that mean? Tell me a little more. Belle says, how to manifest singing like Mariah Carey, an ideal voice while being a natural lower alto voice. Okay, so first off, I will say practice and get a vocal coach for sure. I just got a vocal coach and I love it. It's changing my life. It's changing my confidence about my singing so much. Like, it's really empowered me as a singer and as a musician. And I've been singing my whole life. So get a vocal coach and let them know that that's what you want to work on, so that they can show you how to, support your breath and do the right, making sure that your breath is in the right place and your mouth and your jaw and everything is working. Your system is working the right way so that you can like easily go through like, the way that she like delicately goes through all the notes and stuff like that. The agility of her voice is because, she knows how to work the muscles in the right way. And I'm obviously she's an incredible singer. I'm not trying to take away from her, but I'm saying her technique is on point and techniques can be learned for sure. So I would say don't even think about like, okay, I want to sing like Mariah Carey, but I'm a natural lower alto. Fuck the butt. Who cares? Ignore the butt, everything after the butt. Don't take the train to Butttown. Who cares? That just means you're going to have a nice low register. Great, cool. That doesn't mean that you cannot expand your range. You know what I mean? So just like say, oh, my range is expanding every day. I'm hitting higher notes. I don't know. I'm just saying like, say the opposite. Don't say, oh, I want to sing like Mariah Carey, but my voice is low. No, saying I'm learning to sing like Mariah motherfucking Carey and I'm getting better every single day. Not that I've ever said those affirmations before. No, seriously, like I joke with my husband all the time. Like, it doesn't matter what I'm singing or if I'll sing something Mariah, whether it's good or bad. I'm like, is that Mariah? My husband is like, is that Mariah? Is Mariah in here? We just make that joke all the time because why would I say otherwise? Why would I say anything detrimental about myself or my abilities if I want to be good and better? So watch what you're saying and get some vocal lessons so that you can actually learn to use your body in the best way possible to support the singing that way. Bethany, thank you so much for the super chat. I see a money. I don't see a question. Sometimes people just want to give super chats and that's totally cool and appreciated. And thank you for your generosity. And if you want to ask a question, I will also answer your question. And either way, thank you. Udemy, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. A white unicorn with rainbow hair is what it says. Let me find it so I can look at it. Describing a gift to me. Come on. Where is it? I saw it. Aw, thank you. That was cute. Okay, let's see. Okay. You guys are very kind. I see your nice words and I meant to go say something and I scroll past it so fast and I can't find anything again. But thank you for your kind compliments. I see them and I appreciate you. And thank you for being here. And everybody that's if you've asked about a question and I suggested a video, the mods have linked it in the chat somewhere. Anne says, I'd pay Roxy to go rampage mode on me. I still love the video when she was so blunt and got me back on my feet. I'm here for you. And of course, it's with love. Okay. I saw a super chat. Where did that go? Two sides of the same coin. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, my spirit guides keep showing up and I want to create with them. Oh, co-create with them. Any thoughts you have on this topic? Okay, first off, you already are co-creating with them. You couldn't not. So quit blocking yourself. You're blocking yourself from creating even bigger by saying that you're not co-creating with them. Just by saying I want to co-create with them is implying that you're not already. So your guides keep showing up and they want to co-create with you on a grander scale. Okay, cool. They want to co-create with you in a way of where you are fully conscious of the co-creation and you're not asleep at the wheel, right? So that's awesome. So what do they want to create with you? You asked what my thoughts are on it. I want to know what your thoughts are. My thoughts are irrelevant, but what do you think about it? Because you're the one co-creating. What is it that you want to make? And what are they saying to you? What are they guiding you towards? You know, what is it that what are they showing you? What are they saying? What do you feel when they show up? Like, tell me, give me a little more. Corbin says, every time I see someone in my life with something I want, in my life, I give it the meaning that it's an indicator that I already have it. It helps a lot for me. Yes, exactly. Because it's true. Like the fact that you see it in your reality means you manifested it. So quit saying it's not yours, because then you it's like a package ordered. They said sign for delivery and you're like, I didn't order that fucking package. And then they walk away and you're like, hey, where's my package? Like, sign for delivery. Quit sending the delivery person away. They have other deliveries to make and you're wasting their time. Okay. I was just thinking about I was being empathetic to a delivery driver, somebody that wouldn't get their shit together. They got stuff to do. Naomi, thank you so much for the super chat. And I'm waiting on more from two sides of the same coin because I want to hear more about what's going on within there. Okay, Naomi says, where'd it go? There we go. How do I manifest spending New Year's Eve with my SP? I'm not sure of a how or where, as we have different friends and invited to different places, etc. What should I visualize and affirm? What should I do? Come on. You know this. Visualize you're kissing them on at midnight. It's like the easiest thing, right? For New Year's, that's the easiest thing ever. Like, besides Valentine's Day, like what other, okay, maybe Christmas and mistletoe, but really like what other holiday has, like the whole point of it is to have someone to kiss at midnight. Like there's a very easy, strong visualization built into that holiday right there. So visualize kissing them at midnight. You're going to have your midnight kiss, period. You're going to have your midnight kiss with them and that's it. You don't need to know the how or the when or the where. You just need to go into that day looking, feeling acting, smelling your best. You know what I mean? Like feeling like your best self ever. What is this advice I like? Someone asked a photographer about how to show up for a photo shoot. And they're like, show up like you show up like on your wedding day. Like shaven, showered, clean, made up however you want to, feeling and looking your best. Not saying wear a wedding dress and go overboard. I'm just saying you do all the rituals and take care of yourself in the best way so that you feel amazing, so that you can feel as confident as possible. And then only intend for and concern yourself about having the best time ever, best New Year's ever, best New Year's of your life, best night ever. And I got my New Year's kiss. Best night ever. And I got my New Year's kiss. Okay. It's not about the SP. It never has been about the SP. So stop making everything about your freaking SPs. You don't have them because you make every fucking thing about them, and the world works the opposite. You need to play the game the way it's fucking built. Okay? That's not just for you. I'm sorry. That's for a lot of people on here. You don't get pity points with the universe. The universe is not going to pity a fucking SP into your life. Well, they would, and it's going to be shitty. You want a shitty SP, then go into it with pity in your heart, okay? Because that's what you're going to get. Pity equals shitty, okay? So, if you want someone to treat you like the fucking queen, princess, king, royalty, unicorn person that you are, then you need to show up as that person and be that person. Okay? Command it. Not demand, command. It's silent. It's internal. And I don't care where I am. I don't care who's blah, 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 blah I'm at. I'm having fun. I'm the life of the party if that's what you want to be. I'm getting my kiss at midnight. I had the best time of my life. I can't wait till next year. Like that's how you get it. And not like, I don't know, I hope we show up at the same place. That's not very strong and powerful. And let us know next week. Ninfa says, what if SP is married? Does that circumstance matter? Does it matter to you? Doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what anybody else in the world thinks. If you think it's a problem, then it's a problem. Louis says, thank you so much. You've helped me realize how important it is to have self-love. Thank you, Louis. I appreciate that. And yourself thanks you. Can you give yourself a little hug? You deserve it. Everyone deserves a little hug from themselves. High five. Leanne says, thanks for being here, Roxy. You always show up and I appreciate you for that. Thanks, Leanne. Thank you. Witchy Wheel says, I keep getting this sinking feeling in my chest and it makes me change my mood to sad and tired. How do I conquer this to continue enjoying my day? You don't conquer it. You need to quit avoiding it and stop making it go to sad and tired. And why is your chest sinking? Why do you feel that in your chest? What's going on there? It needs to, how do I say this? It's like you're asking me like, I have a gunshot. How do I conquer this? I'm like, take the fucking gunshot out, the shells, any sort of shrapnel, stop the bleeding, clean it up and sew that bitch up and then nurse yourself. That's how. Conquer is not a part of, you don't conquer a gunshot wound. That's not a thing. You don't conquer a stab. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like that. What do you mean conquer a wound? No. You lovingly, tenderly address the wound. If you ignore a wound, you make it worse, right? Like gangrene and shit, whatever. Sepsis, I don't know. So you keep getting the sinking feeling in your chest and you keep ignoring it probably. You, instead of embracing it and seeing what it's there to show you and letting that pass, you cover it up with sadness and tiredness. Does that make sense? How do I conquer? There's no conquering. To enjoy my day, you need to love yourself and love that feeling and that sinking. You need to love the sinking. If that makes sense? That's how you get through it. Oh, Rebel Angel, you watched that interview with Lewis Howes and Mel Robbins last night too? That's so funny. That's when I watched it. It was last night. Fly Girl says, those high fives I did for a week and it is a boost. And why did you stop? So you're going to have to start another week because that's what our homework is this week. Wild Rose says, first time made it on during your live. Finally, I got stuck between feeling delusional and seeing movement with SP annoys me. I just want to focus on what's important now, me. Yeah, so then do that. Stop focusing on what's annoying and focus on you because that's where the focus needs to be. Okay, super chat. Rebel Angel, thank you so much. Says, working on manifesting SP, have been at it for a year now, looking for any tips and what I can improve on because right now he isn't even opening my snaps. All right, Rebel Angel. This is a rally call. Anybody, and you know who you are, anybody who's manifesting a specific person and it's been a long time and you're seeing no movement, you know who you are. I'm talking to you. Stop looking at the chat. Stop doing whatever you're doing and listen because this is for you right now. Anybody, okay, that is going through this, please focus and listen. Working on manifesting an SP, have been at it for a year now. No, you fucking haven't. You have been manifesting separation from your SP billions and trillions and gazillions of times over and over again every now moment for the last year. You have the ability to manifest your SP right now, right now, right now, right now, onto infinity. However, the shifting between realities is imperceptible, isn't it? Because we have shifted quadrillions of times realities since we've been on this live, just since we've been on this live. So many times I don't even know the number for it. How many times do you think that you have shifted realities? If according to Bashar, we're shifting realities billions of times per millisecond, how many times do you think you have shifted yourself into a reality where you don't have your SP in this now moment over the course of a year? A lot, okay? And that's the problem, is that you may be working on manifesting your SP and shifting yourself there, but the shifting is imperceptible. Just like I don't know what of my manifestations are coming together in this very moment. I don't know what's going to happen when I get off of this thing, but I'm not going to sit around and be like, you're not here yet, because I understand the fucking game. It hears me when I say that, and it doesn't give me what I want. So you have to do everything in your power to stop yourself from saying, it's been this long. How come it's not? They're not even. Why won't they just? I don't understand why. How can I improve? It's not what I want. It's not working out. Where are they? They're not here. How come they're not here? It's been so long. Everyone else has it. How come it's not for me? I don't know why it's not working. I keep trying, but like, it's fucking incessant. How do you expect to shift to a reality where it's actually unfolding, which is really there, if you keep undoing and going back to old bullshit? Like, it doesn't matter how long it's been. That just tells you how long you have been wallowing in your own bullshit without realizing who's in control and what your thoughts are really fucking doing, okay? And I mean this with love. Sorry, I'm talking to multiple people, so there's a lot of volume. Not yelling at you. So, I am so glad that from the day, what day is it? I'm so glad that the last day I ever heard somebody say it's been this long since I manifested, blah, 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 who cares, was December 27, 2021. That was so fucking cool. Isn't that cool? That's the last time anyone ever fucking has said that. Because if you keep saying, I've been doing this for this long, and that's why, I mean, I don't even need to look at your, I don't need to know what happened. I don't need to know who they are. I don't need to know who you are. I don't need to know about your parents. I don't need to know about your ex. I don't need to know about why they broke up. I don't care about your insecurities. I don't care about, none of it matters. You tell me everything I need to know, and it's been this long. It's not working. That sounds like it sucks. Go on. Let me hear more. It's like, who cares? If I ever notice it's been this long and it hasn't happened, I'm like, whoo, erase, erase, erase. Like that's that one time, one and done. I'm having that thought. We're not going there again because it's always happening. It's always working out. But I just, before December 27th, 2021, I used to see so many people so concerned with how long it's been, not realizing that what they've been doing for a year is saying, I'm trying, but it's not working. And that's the real problem that they used to fail to see, but they don't. They see it now. And I love the fact that everybody sees that. It's not just how long it's been. It's the fact that you keep saying over and over that it's not working. That's why it's not working. You have to stop saying that. How could your manifestation break through that fucking barrier of that's your truest truth, is that it's not working. I'm trying and it's not working. I hate that song. I don't fucking listen to that song ever. Some of you have it on your fucking playlist all goddamn day long and you're listening to it 24/7. My suggestion is fucking burn that one. Like burn it in hellfire, not burn it to a CD and put it in your car. Burn it with hellfire and stop listening to that song because it's the worst of all time. Okay. Lord Almighty. Oh my God, sorry. I get all the conversation about what I'm screaming about after I'm done screaming. Pity equals shitty. New shirt. Pity equals shitty. Oh my God, I love you guys. Oh, I have super chats. Sorry, I'm trying to find where the super chats are. Okay. I think I'm at SG. Let me make sure that I didn't skip anybody. Okay. SG, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I feel like every time I manifest a big thing in one area, a few grand, I take huge steps back in other areas. SP got sick and couldn't spend Christmas. Okay, yeah. So first off, you should read the book called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. I did a podcast episode about it, and it's one of our book club books. So we have a forum post about it at roxytalks.com/forum in the book club. So this is what Gay Hendricks calls it, is an upper limit problem. But essentially what it is that once, like we as humans are programmed to think like we have a cap. We have essentially like a glass ceiling of how good we think things can be for us based on what we've experienced in our life and like, how soon after good times things settle back into normal life. Like that's what we expect. We expect good is a high, a low is down here, and normal living is somewhere in the middle, right? And that's why we go through this, is because that's what we expect. So when we get to this high point, because of our experience and our inability, it's our how do I say this? The experiences we've had combined with the ignorance, which I mean in like the most loving term, like we just don't know, the ignorance of the fact that like you can just keep going up, or that good times can stay, and like good times can stay, or you can go up and higher and go, you know what I mean? Like because of what we've experienced and what we've seen other people go through, we think that there is a max that we are able to get to. So once you hit your perceived max, just like a roller coaster, there's no other place to go but down. How far down you go is part of your own programming and like what you do to yourself when you're on that downward spiral, how long you stay there, how much fear you're working with and things like that. And like how fast you can get yourself back on track. So, if you're doing something like 360, then it's easy for you to navigate through the downs because you're so used to staying on track with your thoughts. And no matter, like, even when you're down, you still can manifest through it because you're used to doing it, that the downs don't last as long and they don't take you out as bad. So this is another reason why I always suggest staying on 360, doing it every single day, no matter what, even if you feel good. Like when they, people that they're depressed, so they're depressed, they take meds and they feel better, so they go off their meds and they get depressed again. It's like, well, maybe the meds were keeping you at a place that wasn't letting you dip so low. Same thing with meditation and having 360 and having a practice that keeps you at an elevated level so that you, when you do dip, it's not as far of a dip. So again, I would highly suggest reading The Big Leap. So that you, because it's like a very in-depth explanation of exactly what you just experienced. And because you're experiencing it, you could experience it again. That's how human beings work. And you probably have before. And actually, you said every time you already said it. So you've experienced it before. This is your pattern. So going beyond that, we according to Gay Hendricks' book, The Big Leap, we all have an upper limit problem, right? Me as a professional in what I do, what I see here is you have back and forth, you have chaos. Remember what I talked about before, you have the chaos or the back and forth or the loss in the childhood or the emotional detachment, something like that, where as a child, you were not given somehow for some reason a steady stream of safety, stability, emotional connection, yada, yada, yada. And this is what creates back and forth and up and down in our adulthood is the fearing and bracing for the negative to come, knowing once we hit that high, the negative's got to come. Like that's how we live and what we've experienced. So we brace for it and then end up manifesting it into our realities through bracing for it because the expectation of it manifests. So it sounds like you've got back and forth in your pattern. Something keeps telling me to ask you if you have an 8, if you're an 8 life path, or if you were born on an 8, or if the numbers of your birthday add up to an 8. So I'm going to ask you that question, SG. I'm going to make this chat go up to the live so I can keep up with this. If you can write in SG and let me know. Rebel Angels 360 method is my signature method. That's what I use to manifest and what I teach my clients, what my videos are about. I have a signature program coming at the beginning of the next year, of this coming year. And I have several videos about it on my YouTube channel that you can check out as well. So SG, what's going to have to happen for you is that when you hit your emotional highs, you need to be on the lookout for the low feelings, doubts, worries, insecurities, fears, all that stuff coming in because it's those, again, the expectancy. You're a 6. Okay. What day of the month were you born? Yeah, SG, tell me what day of the month you were born. So you want to be on the lookout for the thoughts that come. I know, what day of the month is your birthday? Like I'm November 8th. What's the date? August what? You said August, baby. Yeah, what day? 17th. I fucking knew it! Ah! My dad is fucking loving himself right now. Ah! Numerology works! I knew it! 1 + 7 is 8. All right, so it's in your life path. It is part of your karmic lesson. I'm watching myself cheer. Look, I'm such a nerd. Oh my God. Okay. Listen, back and forth is part of your like karmic lesson life path in life. Okay. So what you're going to need to do is, you're going to need to, again, be on the lookout for the down part of the upswing, if that makes sense, right? There's the down part of it is where the manifestation and the expectation comes from. So you have to start, how do I say this? I've said before, bolstering. That's the word I keep hearing, bolstering up. Like you put more good stuff into your life and into your psyche, into your day, into your mind, into your ears, whatever it is on your TV and your phone, more good stuff during the times of down, and watch out for the downward thoughts and flip them and stay with the fears of losing, the ultimate fears of losing or abandonment or whatever it is that's at the heart of that, not being good enough, whatever. Stay with those and love through them. hug, hold, be there, witness, allow the feelings, keep the thoughts flipped toward, it's all working out. I'm not really worried. Everything always ends up working out for me. Everything is always on the upside. Everything's always on the up and up. I've done enough. I've done more than enough. I'm good enough. It's great. It's all working out. Whatever it is, flipping the thoughts, sitting within, loving the feelings, loving yourself through it, and then adding more positive or good stuff into your time and your days during the down moments so that you can stop equating highs with an inevitable low. Because now a high is going to be followed by self-love, lots of good content, maybe massage it. You know what I mean? It's like now it's kind of a good, like it's different because you're doing something different. You're changing the story, you're changing the tide, you're changing the energy, and you can help combat that 8 energy that's going to be following you. Okay. Okay, everybody's asking about the birth chart versus the day of the birth. Okay, or sorry, not the birth chart, the life path number. So your life path number is all of the digits of your birthday added up and then condensed down to one digit, unless it's an 11, a 22, or a 33, I've heard some say. That's your life path number, and that's, I'll be honest with you, I know I said last week, I just remember I was like, last week I said I was going to look up into the difference between your life path number versus like the day of your birth, whatever. But those two numbers can tell you a lot about like who you are. So actually, how about this? Why don't I just say this? What I can see now is like the life path is almost maybe like your purpose, something, and your birth date number, like the day you were born. That's like almost like a portal, like your soul came through on that number, because that number is like what you're going to be dealing with karmically through your life path. I don't know 100%. I'm still learning it, but I could smell an 8 a mile away. I can smell you getting off the elevator. I know an 8. I know an 8 when I can just tell. But I'm an 8 also, so it's no shade. It's like probably because game recognized game. So I know an 8 is immediately when I see it. And I probably, maybe I attract more 8s. And 8s gravitate towards each other. I've always heard that in my life as well. So it would make sense that I would attract 8s, because I could probably help 8s the most, because I have real world experience working through 8 problems, so. Okay. No, Tally says this is where practicing hobbies and interests comes in. Exactly. So you're doing those things that you love to do, AKA shit that brings me joy, on those days when you know that you might be feeling low because, I just had a high. Like I told this to my client the other day. Like, I just released a new product. I better schedule a massage for 3 days from now. You know what I mean? Like knowing that that's my pattern to go super low, or fucking tomorrow, who knows, however, what your pattern is. Just like being aware of what you do so that you can support yourself through it. Okay. D, thank you so much for the super chat. What is your message? You're like, oops, I forgot to write a message. I'm gonna scroll down and see if I see a mess. Okay, here's D's. Okay, thanks, Tiffany. D says, if I revise a situation to never happen with all the text will all the text screenshots sorry. Let's go in this again. If I revise a situation to never happen, will all the text and screenshots disappear also? No. And the reason why is because you can't make things disappear. Everything is and always will be. So the reality where the text and the screenshots exists is just as valid and a part of the universe as the realities where the screenshots and texts don't exist. So you can't make them disappear. But what revision does is manifests you a future based on a new assumed past. I don't know where that just came from. Leanne, write that down because that was not from me. I think I need to do an episode on revision. I've been having a lot of questions come up about it. Ooh, especially, thanks, universe. Especially on TikTok, which I meant, you did it, we did it. I'm so excited and proud of ourselves, me and universe and all of us. Follow me on TikTok. I was supposed to say that today, and I would have forgotten if it was not for this question right here. So please follow me on TikTok. I'm answering your questions and other stuff. So if you're on TikTok, please go and follow and type to me and share it with your friends and like it and watch it, please. So it can show up on your feed so you can get positive stuff on your feed, right? Let the algorithm work for you. Okay, anyways. So I want to do an episode. Let's do, actually, we'll do it next year, but yeah. We'll talk about revision. Okay, Wendell and Powers of Tarot are both saying revision is cool. You guys have both done revision stuff, right? And had success for it, right? Can you share a little bit in the chat with our friends here? So again, all things already are, right? Nothing new is created under the sun. Everything that ever will be or ever has been exists now. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. We know that. This is scientific stuff that we've always known. So again, you can't get rid of something, but what you can when you revise a situation, what you're essentially doing is convincing yourself that something went down differently in your past timeline, which you think is linear, which is not. And well, I guess technically your time's not linear, right? We're stacking moment, all of these frozen in time moments, quadrillion number so close to infinity that we can't measure it as human beings. We can't even think about it. Versions of reality are already in existence and have already been created. And we're just kind of like moving through them or stacking them one after another and creating what we think is reality and a timeline based off of it. So you can simply, like, if those are all stacked up together, simply like, I'm going to pull this one out and replace it with this one. I'm seeing like a movie where they're like pulling things out of like the mainframe and they're like pulling those discs out and they got to like put the other disc in. I don't fucking know. Like that kind of a thing, right? Like, I'm going to remove this past memory and I'm going to insert this one where everything went the way I wanted it to. And now I'm going to live as if this stack of moments of reality is my linear story. And therefore, I'm going to manifest future realities where this past thing happened. Essentially, that's what it would look like for you. But in reality is you're not attached to that past. There is no fucking stack. You're just the now moment. And because you think that moment in time means that now you're going to have a reality where those things exist, then you do. But if you can understand that nothing is set in stone, everything is possible, literally, because it could not be. And you can go to a reality where who sent me a nut? I know what? I don't even know what you're talking about. You live from that point and you become unshakable and infallible to your old reality, to the text, to the idea that they could ruin or take you out or take anything down. You become impervious to that idea, knowing, trusting, living, believing as if you switched out that moment and that's your new reality so that you can manifest situations where this thing is not a problem for you, right? Like that's what revision actually does, is you're not changing anything because you can't make anything go away. You're not that powerful, but you can always select a new now. And that's where your power lies. Okay. Woof. Energy. Okay. Who we got next? Did I skip somebody in the meantime? I think I skipped somebody up here. Alicia, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, hi, Roxy. I've been feeling extremely unworthy lately. I'm unemployed, been single for almost 9 years, and I've been struggling with my weight. What can I do / say to change how I feel and heal? Okay. First of all, my heart, I'm sending you love. We're all sending you love. I think everybody on this chat knows what it feels like to feel unworthy. I know I do. And it's not even like I've been there before and I'm out of the woods and things like that. It's like I could feel unworthy at any given moment on any given day. Like, I had a low after Christmas, and I realize I always have a low after Christmas because Christmas is like built up to be this super high. And if that's in our programming or we have the upper limit, whatever it is, naturally we're going back down. So I noticed that after Christmas that you get feeling kind of grinchy for me personally. And what I'm trying to say is that feeling unworthy is always like right there. It's not like far. I don't have to dig far for it. But if I meditate every single day, if I work on treating myself with kindness, telling myself what I like about myself and not listing off all the fucking things I think are a problem, which are not a problem for you, Alicia, because you're unemployed. Cool. You have so much time to think and do and reprogram your life and do whatever the hell you want. That's awesome. You're single. Good. You don't have some fucking stupid SP clogging up all your attention, taking away all of your manifestational power. Like half the fucking people on here I love should not affirm that. I'm sorry. Nobody on here is doing that. And not struggling with you're learning to love yourself, and that's really cool. So again, what I see is I have all the time in the world to implement self-love and figuring out what it means to treat myself with kindness and respect so that I can stop saying these affirmations like I am loved, I am powerful, I am abundant, I am respected. Are affirmations just as I am unemployed, I am single for a really long time, I'm overweight. Like those are affirmations that you're using constantly to build your reality, and then you wonder why you feel like shit. Maybe start by quitting saying that stuff to yourself. Alicia, quit talking to yourself like that. God damn it. How dare you talk to yourself like that? For real? You know what I mean? Like you should be that enraged in a loving way to never talk to yourself like that. Are you kidding me? You're like being mad at your car engine as it's driving you down the street. Like, what do you mean? That thing is getting you places. That shit's a fucking miracle. You're driving down the street going 50 miles an hour. Humans aren't supposed to go that fast. You know how incredible that is? Like looking at it in not such a limiting and painful and mean and like that's not cool. That's not okay to talk to yourself like that and think of yourself like that and let that shit fly. And the problem is not that those thoughts come up. The problem is that you built a life around believing and living as if that's true. That's the problem. It's not true. If that were true, then I would think that about you. I don't. So it can't be true. It can't be just the truth because I don't think that. I'm a person. I'm here. It's my reality and I don't fucking think that about you. So I don't know, man. You know what I mean? So like, I want you to work on changing your story first because how do I say this? The story manifests before anything else. Okay. I want everyone to listen up again. This is something for everybody. The story comes first. The story comes first. Everybody stop typing and listen, please. The story comes first. I don't care if you got blocked. I don't care if it's been 2 years. I don't care if you've been struggling for 9 years. I don't care if you feel overweight. I don't care if you think you're worthless. The story comes first. And the fact that you just said that is why you're going to feel that way tomorrow. And if you don't ever stop saying it and realize the story comes first, you will never not feel that way. Do you understand? It doesn't matter if you actually feel that way. Stop fucking saying it for the love of God. Why do you keep affirming and building your reality off of these affirmations? You deserve so much better. Start by saying that. Where are you? I lost it. Who am I talking to? Alicia? Wherever you are, I want to see you affirm right now. I am worthy. I'm worthy of having everything I want. I love myself. I'm falling in love with myself every single, I need to see you right now. I need to see you say something nice to yourself. And I'm not gonna, what am I not gonna do? I am not gonna stand by and continue to let you talk like that way about yourself without fucking saying something. Because it's not anybody. No more. The story comes first, ever, always. It's not that you got hurt first and then you said something about it. Nope. You said something about it and that thing manifested into something that hurt you. And if you don't stop saying the things that manifest into something hurting you, you will never stop being hurt. Okay? Alicia. No. I'm not reading that. I told you right now, what I'm not going to do is I love you so much that I'm not going to. Why can't I find the fucking word? What's the word? Enable your bullshit story of yourself. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. I just want to, I want to see you say it. You're getting there, but it's bad and I just want to, nope. Because remember, pity equals shitty. The universe is not going to give you something good because it pities you. It's going to give you something more shitty to feel more pity about. Pity equals shitty. If you are feeling pity, you're manifesting something shitty. Okay? And it's not to say that it's not valid, but feeling pity needs to be loved. Pity needs to be loved. Okay? Alicia, yes, says, I am worthy and deserve to have everything I want. I am enough. Yes, Alicia, high five yourself. I'm going to high five you. Alicia. Okay? This story comes first. So right now, what you have just done, you have just moved yourself into a reality where you are worthy, you've always been worthy, but where you know your worth and that you know that you deserve to have what you want so that the universe now can reflect it. If you can keep saying this instead of the other stuff, the universe will show you. You'll get this back, okay? So stay there. And if you start to slip and think the other thing, think this instead, but pay attention to what's slipping and what you feel. But love and nurture it. Don't go down the road with it with your thoughts, okay? Yay, look how much support you have. Yes. Okay. This reminds me of a moment, good moment to Aleanne, no, can you take that message that you just put up? Take that off. I can't delete it without like deleting you. We're not doing that. Take that off, please. The thing that you just linked. Can you? No, I can't. I can only report and block you. But Alicia and everybody here, go to my website, roxytalks.com. To the forum, we're helping people connect with manifestation buddies and accountability partners so that they can, thanks, Leanne, so that they can have someone to hold you accountable, keep you on track, and connect with people in the community. So roxytalks.com/forum. We got a bunch of posts, everybody out there looking for manifestation buddies. Alicia, you have a lot of support here. So that's why I was saying, if you want to head to the forum and make a post and say, hey, it's Alicia. If anybody wants to connect, manifestation buddy or whatever, if you want, plenty of people here to support you. So, and that's for everybody as well. We're all here for each other. And Malachi just got here. Malachi's going to start working on some new tracks for us. Rebel Angel, thank you so much. I'm not sure if I missed a super chat from you. I see a super chat. I don't see a message, but thank you either way. And if there's a message, let me know. Okay, Blacklit Chick, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I've been binging your videos the last 2 weeks. It's been life-changing. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And you're the one changing your life. So give yourself a little hug because you did that. Celebrate yourself. I'm just over here talking. You're the one doing the work. So yeah. Okay. A123, I have a video on free will that will help you. We all have free will, but in a separate reality. Bashar is a speaker who is much more versed on it than I am. I just literally take information I learned from him and share it with you, and combine it with my understanding of how reality works and how each person has the control over the conceptualization of what happens in their world. But I would suggest Bashar, and then I also have a video about free will and manifestation on my YouTube channel. Jen, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, hey Roxy, I'm really good at manifesting S feedback, even wiped away a third party. How do I get him to ask me? I think you were saying ask me out. I saw that you ask you out and move forward. Okay, so that your self-concept is bomb. His friends ask you out. Okay, so your problem is manifesting them back. What does that tell me? That tells me that you are back and forth. What does that tell me about you? That you probably had some sort of shakeup in your childhood, loss, divorce, moving, back and forth relationship with parents that worked a lot, parents that were emotionally unavailable, having to move away, getting something taken away from you, having a death in the family. And since we've been looking at, you might also be born on the 8th of a month or have your birth digits add up to an 8. I'm not saying this is for everybody, but this is why I'm asking now, because I want to see how common it is for somebody that has back and forth in their programming to have been born on an 8 number day of the month. So Jen, if you don't mind typing in the chat, can you tell us what day of the month you were born on? I just want to see. So you're really good at manifesting them back. What else does that imply? It implies, well, I'm good at manifesting them back, but not necessarily keeping them. That's part of the reason why they keep going away. So getting them is not the problem. Keeping them is. Oh my God. Numerology. I'm telling you guys, Jen says, yeah, I had a few really big losses, and yes, I'm 717. I feel like I fucking tapped into something, you guys. I'm going to keep testing it, but I'm starting to ask my clients and stuff. I just need to see how off. I wish I would have been asking this the whole time, but I'm starting to wonder now if I don't know, man. I don't know about everybody, but that's the second time today we've had somebody with back and forth also have an 8 as their birthday. So part of your deal on planet Earth is that you might get stuck in cycles. The 8 on its side is the infinity, right? So that is infinite loop, doing the same shit over and over and over, unless you're able to see the pattern emerging and take, a left instead of a right, essentially. So, for you, Jen, I would say that understanding that fearing loss and death and losing people and things being taken away and things not lasting and when are they going to go away and what if someone else has it and what if they find something better, all of those thoughts are like your 8 thoughts. Okay, you can even, there's an 8. Yeah, nice try, 8. That actually might help. Ooh, hold on, I like this. All right. Okay, call it an 8. Get out of here, 8. Get out of here with your 8 ass. Unless it's a positive thing, unless we're talking about how I'm always manifesting money all the time. I always got money. 8 all the time. Cool. Embrace it when it works. Send this shit away when it doesn't. Just like with anything regarding manifestation, okay? So how do you get into ask me? You need to quit worrying about that. You need to be working on catching your fearful, worrisome, doubtful, when is it going to end thoughts, bracing for the end or the break or the when's it going to go away. You need to be on the lookout for those and nurturing and loving the child in you that was abandoned or felt left or lost or ripped away from whatever, and healing that, because that's why your person's not staying with you. And I mean that, like, it's always going to be there. You're an 8. There's always going to be a potential to get stuck in patterns. And if you don't break this pattern, you will find yourself in relationships, like back and forth relationships, until you break the pattern. So your self-concept may be bomb, but you fear people leaving you on some level. And that is why there's no consistency in your relationship, because you go from feeling secure to feeling not secure or safe or whatever. And you just keep manifesting both back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth forever. She. Okay, again, the life path and the day of birth are 2 different things. So the day that you were born, that number broken down to 1 digit. So if you're on the 8th, you're an 8. If you're 17th, you're an 8, obviously. 26th, you'd be an 8. The day you were born gives you insight into the karmic lessons that you're going to be dealing with while you're in this life. Your life path number, and I'm not an expert, okay? I want to, again, disclaimer, I'm learning about numerology now. So like I'm figuring out in real time as we speak. Your life path number, from what I can surmise, seems to be more about your like soul's journey or your purpose or path in life, like what ultimately, like what you're doing overall. Whereas the birth date, like the Stargate, the number that you came out of the womb on, that number tells you what you're going to be dealing with while you're here. So, besides, you're not an 8, but you feel very stuck. What day of the year were you born? And I'm still learning. I know a lot about 8s because I am an 8, right? Who doesn't learn about themselves first, right? So I can tell you a little bit about like 9s. I can tell you about 1s. I could give you a little bit about maybe numbers in between, but I'm still working on it, but I'm pledging to look more into it. But Visayas, I'd like to, and welcome back, Visayas. Actually, I was just thinking about you recently. Like, it's been a while since you've been here, so welcome back. Or did you come on last week, like right at the end? Or something happened, right? I remember being like, oh shit, he hasn't been here for a while. And he knows, besides, what day of the month were you born? Okay, and then let's see. Where are we? Elizabeth, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I know my best friend is coming back in my life, but I'd like to revise a past where I always respect my friends' boundaries and we never fell out. Tips. Okay. So what spirit is my spirit? I don't know. Whatever my intuition is really telling me to tell you is that, like, how about instead of trying to revise a past and change what you've been through, you change how you look at it now and know and understand and know that now that you and your friend have experienced this thing, that you're going to be even better friends because of this. Like, when you can like mend a relationship and then come back with somebody, it deepens the bond because it shows you that your relationship is more important than like bullshit or surface level things or things that might, like, get in the way, or misunderstandings and things like that. When you have a bond that's more important than that, you would welcome, a conflict of some sort, just because of the nature that it brings you. Again, it creates something deeper. Like with your family, think about family. Like, we may not always love our families the most or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But like, there's so many shared instances and falling outs and comings back togethers and understandings and talks and all these things that you have such a deep bond with them just simply by nature. We fight, we make up, we fight, we make up. Not that I'm saying that's healthy or good. I'm just saying that I would suggest you look at this instead of as something bad that needs to be changed, as something great that gave you an opportunity to see that you want to be somebody that respects your friends' boundaries. And if you hadn't had that instance, you wouldn't know that, and you would probably still disrespect their boundaries. So again, it's a good thing that this happened. It showed you about yourself. It showed them about themselves. They know what their boundaries are now. Maybe they can understand how to enforce them better or to hold people accountable, hold themselves. It doesn't really fucking matter. They learned, we're deciding, we're declaring, we're choosing. They learned something. You've obviously learned something because you are remorseful and you want to do something different. That's enough. I think honestly, I mean, you can revise and make anything happen, but my advice as a person and a coach is to say the conflict is a good thing, embrace it, love it, don't try to fix it, and just mend in your heart, bring you guys back, close the chasm between you energetically and bring them back and like visualize and love them now and not trying to mend something. But like, I'm so glad that we got past that. Like, oh my God, we're so much closer now. Like that kind of a thing. Like, not even to give my own shit up. Like Malachi and I have been friends for over 10 years. We had a really big falling out like back in the day over some like dumb shit that wasn't even really like us. It was just like ancillary shit that we kind of got thrown into because we were in a music group together, and we kind of like didn't really talk for a couple years. And then, you know, we came back, and like now we're like family, like, and we know we can be honest with each other. We understand each other. We can, you know, like we don't have to be afraid of speaking our truths or standing up for ourselves or standing up for our boundaries or whatever, because we know that our friendship is stronger than me speaking my boundaries or me telling my truth to you. You know what I mean? So, again, like real friends sometimes fight, real family sometimes fight. They come apart and then they come back together even stronger. So again, as a coach, my advice to you is I wouldn't change that. I would say, I mean, maybe change the fallout, like revise it, of course, but like, I just don't want you to look at it as a problem because I think it's a gift actually. But that's my opinion, and you don't have to take it if you don't want to. And if you want, I have videos on revising your past. So, you know, go ahead and check those out. Liza, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Liza says, hi, Roxy, just for the purpose of edification, since circumstances do not matter, been separated from my husband since April. I know exactly what I've done and said to have created our, where's the rest of it? Our quasi-reconciliations. But even more so, I know exactly how I've created my current 3D that now even includes no communication, and he wants a divorce. I know I manifested him exactly. Where's the rest of it? Even manifested being married within 72 hours, been scripting religiously 2 months. Was sure we would have spent Xmas Eve and Xmas Day, also his birthday. Both spent it alone, trying to figure it out. Where the disconnect is in my manifestation process. P.S. I have many times in the past 10 days have been woken up in the middle to the sound of his ringtone going off. Okay, got up there. I'm going to be honest, this is going to be hard for me because I usually have to reference the thing back, and there's like 10 of them and they're all separated. So I might need a fucking condensed version. Got up and there was nothing on my phone. Our kids are back on January 3rd from vacay, and I told him that he would be home and permanently move back in by then. Have been scripting his return very specifically. How do I answer this? Okay, the first thing that is in my head, I heard myself saying, what I can see wrong is you saying that you did something wrong. I don't know why. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know what your thoughts are that push things away. I don't know why you have separation in your I don't know those things at all about you. Like, I can tell things like back and forth from people because it's very obvious and instantly when someone says I want them back, like it's just in that word right there, it gives it away. But like, I've been scripting and it didn't work and I swore it was going to work from this day and I promised our kids that it would and it didn't happen. All I can tell you is, why do you keep saying it didn't happen? Why are you saying it's not working? Because it didn't happen by the date that you said? Why are you saying that it didn't happen by the date that you said? Do you get my point? Why do you keep saying it's not working? That's the problem. I mean, I don't know beyond that because I don't know what your fears, worries, doubts, history, all that stuff. But, just off of this, it's like, I know you have a 200 character limit and how to split it up, but I get distracted. My train of thought is going to fucking 10,000 miles per minute all the time. And so I have to reference back to the questions a lot of times. So I'm just this one's just a little too all over the place for me to really fully address specific things. But I think you said something about it's been this long. Again, who cares? If okay, everybody listen, please. If you are starting your sentence off, your manifestation, your thought off, your awareness off with it's been this long, and shut the fuck up right in that moment. Don't finish your sentence. That's what I mean. Do not, for the love of God, finish a sentence with it's been this long and blah, 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 blah. That's why it's not working. You keep looking at how long it's been. What does that say? It's been. It used to be. Not now. You keep saying it's been this long and it's not working. That's why it's not working. Your scripting cannot out-manifest it's been this long and it's not working. That's what you're screaming out to the universe, not like, that shit is nothing compared to the awareness of how long it's been. It's not working. I promised my kids it didn't have, I don't know when, like, that's why. Melissa says, great catch on the it's been part. I'm telling you, right there is when you're already right. It's been, I don't give a fuck. Shut, zip it. Zippy long stockings. If you're about to say about anything, it's been it's been 1 week and you look at me, like finish it with something else. Do not finish that sentence. You can't afford to finish these sentences like this, okay? You got like 3 fucking days. Well, you got like a week to clean up all of your sentences and stop yourself from saying it's not working. He'll be home in time for the kids, period. If you say something else, you have just broken your manifestation, and that's why it's not working. And if you're doing that all day long, there's no way in hell he's coming through. Got up and there was nothing on our phone. Yeah, it's like you're affirming. I see you affirming. I know you're telling me what's going on, but what you tell me reveals stuff about you and your situation. And so you're talking about what's not working and it's not going to work through it. Like okay, keep going on about what's not working. Oh, what are you going to do? Okay. And keep going. Who's going to stop it? I can't do it for you. Tim, you're awesome. Tim's like, only missing 70 likes. Hit the like button. Thanks, Tim. Yeah, please hit the like button. And I'll just say this right now. Take this moment to say, follow me on TikTok. I'm starting to answer like your direct questions on TikTok, and we'll be getting more onto that platform and being more active there. So if you're if you're a TikTok, go on there and like a video or something so that I can show up on your feed. Instagram, Facebook group, obviously, if you're there right now. One-on-one coaching is available at my website, roxytalks.com, if you want to discuss what's going on in your exact situation and how you can get out of it and what you can do to manifest change. how to switch your affirmations around, how to figure out what your patterns are and pinpoint your limiting beliefs and things like that. All that is done in one-on-one coaching. I'm booking for the beginning of the year, so next week. And if you want to get started right away, I have really good courses and workshops on my website. You can start right now to start changing your manifestation and getting things on track. Or we also have a bunch of free content here on YouTube, on my website, roxytalks.com. We have a forum where you can meet a manifestation buddy, join our book club, and all kinds of stuff. So there's a lot of ways to connect and keep yourself on track. Melissa says, I want to get a one-on-one call with you. They're very powerful. Like, you will gain a lot from it. So if you're able to invest, I suggest doing it. Investing in yourself in general. I'm not saying with me, but if you want to, I can help you. I will help you. But investing in yourself in general is just always great. Okay. January 9th. Okay, Zainer. If you're born on the 9th day of the month, or if your number is a 9, what that's going to mean is that you're going to be probably dealing with a lot of like endings and things ending over your life and maybe having to start over again. Or like 9 is a number of completion. It can be a number of wholeness. It can be a number of like having things and being fulfilled. And it can also be a number of endings and it feeling like things always leave, but that's because your path is to graduate and cycle up. So like if you think about an 8 gets stuck in their patterns, the 9 has a 1 in front of the 9. And that 1, if you're a 1 is new beginnings. And so that 1 in front of the 8, which turns it to a 9, helps the 9 graduate and move forward. But on the negative side, it could feel like things end all the time, or that you're always having to start over, or like, oh, I've already done this thing. Like, or I thought I thought I dealt with it is probably, could be more of an 8 trait, but definitely like having to do things over, having to start over, or having things end might be like the downside to being a 9. And that's as much as I know about it. So again, I'm going to keep looking into it. Oh my God. Bethany says that sounds right about 9. 9 equals 9 lives. There you go. Makes sense. Okay. So, Mike Pistol says 8/17 is my birthday too. We got some birthday twins on here. Okay. Okay. Elizabeth says, thank you for the super chat. Says, she almost filed a restraining order right at the fallout. Am I still capable of manifesting it? It's still my reality, right? Yeah, absolutely. Like if you okay, I'm going to tell you something right now. I know that you're breaking through your beliefs, but I just want to show you on the surface, first I want to commend you again for breaking through your beliefs, but also want you to see that like you asked a question, I gave you exactly what you need to manifest out of this situation, and you presented me with another reason why you think it's not possible. So I want to commend you for being open and honest about your worries and doubts so that you can manifest through them. But I do want you to recognize that you're like, yeah, but this is the problem though. But see, there's this though too. And it's like, no, there really fucking isn't. Stop saying there's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still my reality, right? It's always your reality. It could not be. You're here on planet Earth. You're valuable. You're worthy. You're deserving because you're here. That's it. So who cares what happens? Stop harping on it. Stop acting like it's a problem. Stop thinking that you're not going to be able to do this because of that. If you want to like erase where she wasn't that offended or she wasn't that freaked out or it didn't really go down that way or it was a lot, she didn't even really care that much. Cool. Do that to lessen the gravity that you think this act like holds over you, right? But again, it's just you being like, that doesn't fucking matter anymore. That's all it is. That's what revision is you realizing that what you think is a problem isn't. That's all revision is. Leanne, can you do that one too? All revision is whatever I just said. You realizing that whatever you think is a problem isn't. That's what revision is. So Am I still capable of manifesting it? Yes. Quit looking for reasons why you're not. Is it still your reality? Yes. Look into quantum physics. Look into my 360 method videos. Start filling your mind with reasons why it's possible instead of letting yourself soak up all the reasons and questions why it's not. Because that's a pattern. And that's why I wanted to point it out to you. Because like I would guess, just based off of that interaction, that you probably have solutions shown to you in lots of areas of your life that you deny, or things like you manifest something and it's given to you and your worth tells you that you're not good enough for it, so you push it away even though it's trying to come to you. I feel that energy from you. Like you don't realize how powerful and worthy you are, so you're probably manifesting a lot of other things in your life good for yourself, but then pushing them away as soon as they get anywhere near you. Oh no, that might show me that I'm worth more than fucking dirt. No, get away from me. My story about how worthless I am must remain. Okay, so it's a 5. I don't know much about 5 for numerology. I know in tarot, the 5 generally can represent like conflict, right? So going off of tarot, if you're a 5 life, I mean, please, I have not looked into this. This is me making connections off of what the number 5 in tarot generally represents. And I'm not an expert in tarot either. Okay. So again, numerology is new for me. All I know about 5s is the potential for conflict, but also the other side of conflict, this other side of that coin is resolution. If that resonates, let me know. But I honestly, that's literally all I could say about it. Oh, sorry. That's all I could say about a 5 because I don't know much else about the numbers. Like I said, I know 8 because I'm an 8. I know a 9 because my dad's a 9 and he's the one who's teaching me about numerology. And I know a 1 because 1's the beginning and we're talking about how 8s and 9s have the 1 in front of it, right? So like I don't really know much except for what I've discussed with my dad, and we have not talked about a lot yet. So I'm going to start looking into it more so that I can have more of a grasp on like what we're talking about here, but I just don't I don't have it right now. Okay, Rebel Angel, thank you so much for the super chat. Says if I've been manifesting separation and the opposite, how do I manifest togetherness, communication, and commitment? By catching yourself thinking thoughts that fear, worry, doubt, are insecure, talk about separation. Where are they going to go? How come it's not here? Why aren't they just? When will they? What if they don't? What if they find someone else? How long is it going to last? Where are they going to go? If they go, all that shit needs to be replaced for, oh, they're here for the long haul. We have a great relationship. We communicate so well. They're always so open with me. They're committed. They're here for the long haul. We have longevity. They're dedicated. They're devoted. We're so good together. We have such a great relationship. We have such a great connection. We communicate so well. All of those, you need to replace all of the other shit that we said first. Anything that talks about or sounds like separation or this isn't working, I don't know how, I don't know why, all that bullshit needs to be replaced with everything else I said on the other side. That's what 360 method is about. That's my signature method. That's what I use in my life. That's what I teach my clients. It's all over my videos, all over my podcasts, all over my courses. And the official 360 method is coming in the next couple soon. Top of 2022. So first quarter, we'll call it that. But you just have to really stay on top of things. Real pain requires real solutions. Are we saying these aren't real solutions? Anybody that knows how to deal with pain understands that loving pain is the only solution. And anybody that's like, ooh, that's a floofy man, let's get some real solution, is in fucking pain. Guaranteed, okay? Tommy Jess says 7, 16s, 25s. You have to grow from the inside out. None can make you spiritual. There is no teacher but your own soul. Okay, so in tarot, 7 generally represents. I just usually generally represent like manifestation, inward reflection, right? Like that's usually what I equate it with. So when I can read the cards, so I can tell like what I'm looking at. So with what Tommy just said, you have to grow from the inside out. None can make you spiritual. There is no teacher but your own soul. That makes sense with the inner reflection, the connecting within, the manifesting, the being spiritually connected and finding that connection. That makes sense. So I guess if you're a 7, if you're born on a day of the month that breaks down into a 7, then your karmic lesson is going to be about learning within and probably not looking at the external, but looking at the internal and connecting spiritually, and finding your validation there versus looking outward. Is that true? Did we just do that? Thanks, Tommy. This is why my dad's like, learn numbers. There's only 11 of them. There's not that many. So if you can like get it down, and you guys are watching and seeing, like, you're probably going to be able to spot an 8 now anytime, because you can just see the energy coming out. Last call for super chats. If anybody wants a super chat, guaranteed question answered, put your super chat in now or forever hold your pee. Janet says 5 is about freedom. Okay. And the opposite of that coin? Shackle, confinement, conflict? Maybe. I don't know. No, Tally says the realization that it can all happen again if you're not careful, also pretty heavy to work through. But that, I mean, when is that never not? That's always been a deal. And you've been working through it just fine. You're here, So like, let's not put so much weight on, oh God, what if it manifests? Well, guess what? You've been manifesting through this bullshit your whole life. You're fucking fine. You're going to be okay. So don't hold so much weight about, oh, what if it manifests? Great, bring that shit on. I'll make that shit my bitch. I don't care. Bring it on. And approach this shit with power instead of just being like, life, it sucks, it's hard, it just comes on you. Like, stop talking like that about yourself. And fucking, like, make some fucking choices. Karina says, opinion on intuition that something might be bad, but wanting it anyway. What is bad? Bad is subjective. So I don't know, like, you have to elaborate. Tim says, a numerology life path number 5 is associated with an immense amount of energy, adaptability, and independence. If you were born with a 5 life path, you're a freedom seeker. That's because 5s fight back against conforming to societal rules. Yeah, there's that word fight. There's the word fight in there. Okay. Let's talk about homework. Advice for leaving trauma PTSD in the past. Stop trying to leave your shit alone. Stop trying to abandon it. You already asked me, and I love you. That's why I'm yelling at you. I'm your sister, and I'm telling you, bitch, you already asked. Oh, no, I went out. Why did I turn black? What happened? Can you hear me still? Fuck. Did my camera go out? What the fuck happened? I don't know what's going on. Damn it. I don't know why did my camera. Oh, man. Can you guys still hear me? Let me call my husband. I don't remember what we were talking about now because I was screaming and then my screen went black. Oh yeah, I was still waiting to hear what day the month Visayas is born on. Hey. Okay, I think my camera's like frozen. They can still hear me, but my camera's off. Okay, so, all right, he's coming. I'm gonna let him fuck with that, and I'll try to. This might be the end, but I want to at least whatever we're talking to Witchy Wheels. I was screaming at her with love. You do mirror work every morning, but you're still trying to get rid of something. And that's the problem. When you're trying to rid yourself of something, you're implying that something is a problem. And if something's a problem, then it's going to do what problems do. Be problematic. I don't know what the fuck happened because I unplugged that too and plugged it back in. Earlier it like blinked a little bit, but it came right back on. I guess I can turn on my yucky camera. What's going on with all my fucking stuff lately? It says it's unplugged. Okay. All right, we have our MacBook camera going. Okay. This will be fine. I actually like the lighting kind of better. It's like purpley. Well, you can see the purple light. You can't see the purple light. The other camera. Okay. Anyways. Okay. What the fuck were we talking about? Oh yeah. Witchy Wheels, my sister. Advice for leaving trauma and PTSD in the past. Stop trying to leave it anywhere, and actually, why don't you bring that shit with you to the now? You know, it's like what you're asking. How do I leave this pesky little annoying inner child? How do I leave it? Bitch, get your child. Why are you leaving it? Why are you abandoning your child? Your child that is traumatized and is stressed because of a situation that it experienced. You want to leave it? You want to further traumatize it? Are you kidding me? You know? She says my question broke the live. It did. I screamed the camera connection to death. You said I just don't want to be in victim mode anymore. That's what I'm saying. Victim mode is you abandoning your little child. What is more of a victim than an abandoned child? Right? Like, you are with love, you are victimizing yourself. You are victimizing yourself over and over when you try to run away from or abandon or leave your PTSD and shit in the past. What you're actually saying is, how do I leave the old me there? And the old me doesn't want to be left. They want to be brought to the now and loved and seen and brought to the light. You know what I mean? Bessel Brisa says, get your child. I needed that. Get your child. They're out running a fucking muck, crying in the middle of the shit. You know? Jennifer, you're having a problem with Super Chat. What's your question? Linda says, what do you think of New Year's resolutions? Thank you, Linda, for bringing us back around. I said at the beginning I wanted to talk about what to do in the new year, intentions for the new year and stuff like that. What I think is important for the new year is looking at what you're doing in the now to be pushing away your manifestations. How many times a day are you saying it's not working? How many times a day are you looking for evidence and being like, oh, but it's not here yet? How many times a day are you affirming when, where, how come, why isn't it, all that stuff? Because your nows are manifesting. Like, I think a lot of us know what it is that we want. We know what our goals are. We know what our non-negotiables are. We know what we want from people. We know like what we're manifesting essentially. But do we know what we're doing in every now moment to keep it away from us? Why isn't it here yet? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong camera. Why isn't it here? I'm used to looking up there. Why isn't it here yet? Okay, ask yourself that. Why isn't it here yet? Why isn't it here yet? How many times a day am I saying it's not here yet? Am I affirming more often that it's not here yet than I'm affirming that it is? Am I noticing more absence than I'm allowing myself to affirm presence? My advice for the new year is set all the goals and intentions that you want, but then be fucking awareness and discipline. Be aware and be disciplined about not letting yourself tell the old story anymore. If you decide you want something new, you usher it in by being the newness all day, every day. Why does this light look so yellow? Oh, there we go. Okay. Leanne, oh my God. This has to go on the screen. crying in the middle of the shit. Nursery rhymes. Oh my God. Thanks, Leanne. Yeah. Bruja says, Roxy and her husband are couple goals. Please share your scriptings and affirmations. I don't really script about my husband that much, and I don't really affirm about him. I say he's the best husband in the world a lot, but I mean that, and I know I said that before I realized it was an affirmation, like before I understood fully about manifesting. I would say that about my husband, and I was affirming the 3D, but I was also manifesting my future by saying he's the best husband in the world. But I truly know and believe that I have the best husband in the world for me. So, and I know that I don't question it. And yes, maybe he is in my 3D reality, but I also don't question it, you know? So, like I said, it's so rare that I script about him. I don't have to. But I guess that's the lesson, right? I'm not worried about where he's going. I'm not worried. Like, yes, as a person, I have my own macabre feelings I have to deal with, and constantly, sending away images of my loved ones dying is something I have to deal with as a person. But other than that kind of stuff, I don't worry about where my husband is or going ever. Like, where are you going to go? I mean, we make a good team. We're great together. I encourage him. I let him be himself. I let him he does whatever the fuck he wants. I do whatever the fuck I want. He supports me in it. He helps me, and I help him, and we just be ourselves, and we exist really well together. So, and that's the kind of stuff I say about him. I keep looking at the wrong camera. So, any of those things I just said are my truth, but those are also affirmations that you can use to describe your reality if you want. And I will say, I've said it before, but the thing that made my husband come through when I was manifesting him and he was not conforming is that I had to let go. But what I really let go of was the story of like, why won't he just? Because I would like bitch to his brother every single day. I'd like cry to his brother about why won't he just? And he just won't. I wish he would just commit and wah. And one day I realized, why am I trying to force this person to make me happy? Like, that's pretty fucked up. I can be happy on my own, and I'm going to be. And I was just like, all right, I release you. And I went out into the world, and he came fucking trailing after. And we've been back together ever since, going strong ever since that moment. So my lesson, cut your bullshit and let go of it. And I've said this before. People are so afraid to let go of their SP, and like they think that letting go means giving up and not having it anymore. And they think, all these coaches are, they're telling you to let go, but I don't know if I really should. And it's like, I'm telling you to let go because it worked for me. I'm the person I'm the success story of letting go. I'm an 8 life path. My parents lived in different places when I was a child, back and forth. I moved away at 9 years old. My cousin, who was like my sister, died young at 28. I have back and forth in my path. I'm there. That's what my programming has said to me. I have had relationships that were hot and cold, that were back and forth, that were on and off. My first boyfriend and I broke up like 30 fucking times at minimum and got back together. So I've been there. I know what that's like, but I had to cut my shit, you know what I mean, in order for the relationship to come through solid. So it had nothing to do with him. I wasn't waiting for him to commit. That was an illusion. None of you guys are waiting. None of you guys are waiting for your SP to text you. They're waiting for you to stop saying that you're not together. Malachi says, Chris didn't want to get Roxy to the streets. It's true. It's true. Because I was about to bust the fuck out. Oh my God. I was so, and I know this, I'm sure this is why. I was so ready to just go out and be on the town and meet and mingle. And I was going to just be, oh my God, I could not wait. I hadn't been single in I was just ready. I was so ready to just be, oh yes, life. Oh, fuck yeah. I was so excited about life. and my husband walked in. I never got to be single again. I never was single. And again, I keep trying to tell you guys, it's not about, okay, fine, I'm just going to be alone forever. I didn't even get, not that I needed it, whatever. I was like 26 years old, but I didn't even get to be single, even though I was like, technically, that's what I was going for in that moment, because my relationship popped through once I became a fan of myself. You know what I mean? Once I was like, oh, wait a second, hold on. I could go out and get anybody. Like, that's literally what I thought. I was like, I could go out and get fucking anyone that I wanted. I literally truly felt and believed that. And I was so ready to just go do that. And that was the portal with which my husband fucking meandered into my life for good. So I don't know what you want to take from that, but again, if I'm telling you letting go or dropping that bullshit, I mean it, because I know that it works, not because it's some theoretical thing and I read it in a book somewhere, but because that's what actually happened and what actually made my husband come through. And not just come through, but like no shade, but he's like way better of a version than he ever was. I didn't even know that he could be different before he came through. He paid, like, not that he wasn't like generous or anything like that, but he like paid for me the whole night. He'd never done that before, paid for everything. Like, opened my doors and all. It was just, I was like, who the fuck are you? It was shocking. I was shocked. And he never changed. He's just been like that ever since. So, and this is way before manifestation, way before I knew about manifesting. I guess, wait, how old was I? I couldn't have been 26. I must have been like 24, 25. Doesn't matter. Either way, it was definitely like at least a year probably before because we were moved into our next place that we got together when I found out about manifestation. So this was even before I knew what I was doing. It was just natural to like letting go, KJ, of my SP when I was trying to get my husband to fucking be in a relationship with me, and I was stressed out. Malachi says Chris came through that portal with a cape and a toolkit. He sure fucking did. And a good attitude. Because we need that. A good attitude to boot. So Michelle, okay. When I saw what you said, yes, and I was like, I really was like, I wonder if that person has any clue that they just said something that like totally relates. But no, it was somebody that knew it wasn't. Yes. Simona says, cut your bullshit and let it go. I need a t-shirt with that. Oh my gosh. I know we talk about all these t-shirts with all these vulgar sayings on it that I say, but every time I think about making them, I'm just like, oh, I don't know. Oh my God. What is Malachi saying now? Oh, same thing. Yes. Malachi is very funny. He's a comedian. Malachi, do you have your podcast is up, right? Do you have links? Put your links up. Dina, I know it's past Christmas, but put your links up for your song. Dina did a song. I keep looking at the wrong goddamn camera. Gosh darn. Galdern. Pretty galdern funny. Dina did a cover of You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, and it is fabulous and fantastic and sexy and sensual. Please put it in the chat, Dina, because I said I would talk about it on Mindset Monday before Christmas, but it's now after, and that's okay, because the holidays are whenever we want. Oh my God, Dina says, Roxy Talks, a book of loving insults to better your life. Oh my God, how to shit talk your way into loving yourself. Oh, fuck. Bruja, did I already practice the 360 method when I let go? No, not even close. Not even close. That was before I even knew about positivity and negativity. I hadn't read The Secret. I knew nothing. This was my atheist days. I knew nothing of nothing. Like, if it wasn't concrete in my face reality, I didn't believe in it, period. I believed in like nature and, what's out there and this solid matter, but that was it. I didn't believe in anything else. I was like, you're born, you live, you die, you decompose, and that's it. So I had no clue what I was doing when I did that, but that's what I did. Like when I reverse engineer how I manifested my husband to commit, to revive, like I changed a version of him, got the relationship that I wanted. All of it was 100% in this internal snap that I made where I was just like, hold on, bitch. Do you know who you are? Like you could have anybody you want. Like that, literally, that was what made everything change for me. And not only like the realization of like, oh, I could have anybody, but being excited about being, about embracing that person. And not saying I was trying to go out and hoe all around town, which even if I did, who cares? It's my prerogative. It's your prerogative. I'm not judging anybody. But my point, it was more about the like, I no longer had the self-esteem of taking what I could get or taking breadcrumbs or like not being committed to, or like I was not going to take anyone's bullshit. Like I was like, I'm gonna go get me whatever I want, and I can, and I will, and you better watch the fuck out, world. And that's what, and that got me my man. I don't know, man. That's just what happened. Dina, let me pin your song. Here's Dina's song. Please go listen to it, stream it, share it, like it, of course, like and subscribe. Which he was like, Christmas ain't over till the new year. Exactly. Okay. All right. It's time for me to go. And I'm not gonna procrastinate getting off today. I'm learning my lessons about myself. This camera. I'm learning. Melissa, you missed the point completely. With love. I didn't. Again. Oh yeah. Melissa says, but what if I don't want anybody but my SP? You missed the point. Who fucking cares? You are not manifesting them where you're at right now. And I'm telling you how. And you're like, that's why you don't have them. And I mean it with love. I know it sounded really bitchy. It's just the way it came out. But it's like, again, this happened earlier. Somebody asked a question. I gave them the best solution for what they asked. In my personal opinion, you're coming to me asking me, here's my opinion. And then I get it. Yeah, but this is my circumstance and why it's different for me. Cool. Go on, live that truth then. Enjoy it. But like, just because I was ready to stop trying to force him to be with me does not mean I liked him or loved him any less. It just means that my love for myself came through stronger in that moment. And that's what brought him in. I'm not even saying you're going to get someone else that's even better. I'm saying you could get that person if you would realize they are not the fucking point. You are. You, this one. Sorry, shit. Keep looking at the wrong camera. They're like, who is she looking at? Okay. Mac, you decided to block your SP? Do it with love. Don't do it with hatred. Don't do it with indignation. Don't do it with pain. Do it with love. Do it for you, just like me. Like, actually, I technically blocked my husband. I changed my Facebook status to single. That was that was what I did. I was like, you know what? I could fucking have anyone. Let me release this man. Like, I felt really bad for like trying to force him to be with me because we were friends and I loved him. We lived next door to each other. We're all in the same friend group. I wasn't going to escape. Like, my roommate and him were really good friends. Again, we lived next to each other. So I wasn't going to escape him. And I still loved him. But I was like, okay, I realize what I've been doing wrong this whole time is like trying to force a square peg into a round hole. If I'm a round and you're a square, then I'm sorry for trying to make you square. And I'm just going to go be round. That's what it was. So I set my relationship status to round. And he got a notification. I didn't know he was going to get it. He never went on Facebook. So I was like, oh, he'll never notice this. So I was like, that was like, for me, I'm like, I'm going to be single. Nope. He got a notification on his phone. And that's when he was like, well, I guess I better fucking shape up or ship out. It was shit or get off the pot moment for him on his end. But that has nothing to do with me. That's what happened over there. On the manifesting end of the person who is trying to get the relationship, 100% me being willing to not have him in my life and still knowing that was going to bring me even more love is what brought him into my life. Kyle C says, Kyle Cease says, if you want something really bad, you need to be 100% okay with not having it or with losing it. He says on his Lewis Howes interview, he says, like, your capacity to be rich is like how willing you are to be poor. Or, your capacity to be loved is how willing you are to be single. Because you need to understand that single or in a relationship, love is here. It's not from the other person. It doesn't come from them. You can't feel their love. You feel your love in your body. That's your love you feel, not theirs. It's yours that you allowed yourself to feel, because now they've jumped through enough hoops to where you'll allow yourself to feel it. That's what you're fucking saying. And it's bullshit. And that's why when I realized he doesn't have to jump through any hoops for me to love myself and to feel love, that's when I got love from him, because I gave it to myself first. Remember what I said in the beginning? The story comes first. My story up until that moment was, why won't he just? He gives me everything. I don't want anything else. I don't even want a moment more of his time. I just want him to acknowledge that we are what we are. I wanted a label. That's all I wanted from him. I literally wanted nothing more from him. He was giving me everything. And I thought I had enough. I thought I had enough in that moment. I was like, I'll take this and this is fine. I just need him to acknowledge it. Turns out what I actually got, I didn't even know he was capable of that. I had no fucking clue. I had no clue he was capable of being such a good partner. And here's another Kyle Cease thing coming up in my head. He's like, you're afraid to let go because you can measure what you'll lose, but you can't measure what you'll gain. And that's the same thing as I let him go, knowing and being 100% fully willing to not be with him. What I saw, what I could measure in my mind was that if I let this go, it's not going to be him anymore. And that's okay. And so when I got to that point and I let him go, and I was like, and it's okay that I let him go. If it's not him, it became him. I didn't even know what I would gain. I gained the same person times infinity just by saying, I don't need you to give me love. So that's all I can say. Melissa quoted, I want to make sure we give Kyle Cease credit for that, because that's not my quote. You're afraid to let go. And I think that might be, he quoted from someone else. This might be someone else's quote. You're afraid to let go because you can measure what you will lose, but you can't measure what you'll gain. So Tim says, okay, Roxy, I hear your oven on. Better turn off the camera and check the oven. It's probably my husband making coffee. But yeah, you're all right. It is time for me to sign off and do the podcast. Melissa's right. Mic drop. I don't know if you're talking about that, whatever, but it doesn't matter because it's perfect timing for a mic drop. And I love you all. Elena, Melissa actually typed it right here. You're afraid to let go because you can't measure what you will lose. You're afraid to let go because you can measure what you'll lose, but you can't imagine or measure what you'll gain. Kyle Cease. Yeah, Kyle Cease. She said Michael C, whatever. Kyle Cease. So remember, our homework for this week this is a Mel Robbins exercise. She suggests high-fiving yourself in the mirror every morning, okay? So we're brushing teeth and then immediately high-fiving yourself and giving yourself a little mini pep talk in the mirror. Yes, Roxy, go! You did it! Woo, 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 woo! If you want to know more about the science about why that works, she goes into depth. Well, she has a book about it. Of course, you can buy her book. But she just had I don't know if it was I just saw it last night, an interview on Lewis Howes, Mel Robbins and Lewis Howes, and she talks about high-fiving, the high five method, I think is what she calls it. And so that's what I want to do for homework this week. We're going to do a Mel Robbins exercise every morning. I've been doing it for 2 mornings now. Well, I did it last night and then this morning. So I've done it twice. Every morning you brush your teeth, you high five. We're ingraining it. We're anchoring it to something that we're already doing, that we're already deeply ingrained within us. every morning, high-fiving after you brush your teeth and giving yourself a mini pep talk, just like, yeah, bitch, you got this. Yes, yes, yes. Go, Roxy, go. You can do it. Woo! Just a little thing. You got this. It's going to be a great day. Something like that. Every morning for the next week. Okay. That's our homework for this week. Last week's homework was to find, was that last week to find a manifestation? No, that was 2 weeks ago. I don't remember what last week's was, but we're still hosting manifestation buddies and accountability partners at my website, roxytalks.com/forum. If you want to connect with somebody in the community so that you can become manifestation buddies / accountability partners, so you can help keep each other on point with your manifestations. Besides, I never heard what day of the month you were born. Can you type it real fast before I get off? Because it's going to bug me if I don't remember or if I don't see it. So if you want a manifestation buddy, head to roxytalks.com/forum and either post an ad or post a post for yourself, or there's plenty to answer to. Plenty to answer. I'm laughing at what Malachi said here in the chat. Plenty of other posts that you can answer to, people, hey, I'm looking for a partner, go buddy up with them or something, or make your own post. Melissa's going to go check out for manifestation buddy. Malachi says 4 out of 5 dentists recommend Roxy's homework. I think it's 5 out of 5 though, actually. October 24th. So you're a 3. Malachi is a 3. Okay, so what I know about 3s is not much, but it would be about, like Ralph Smart is a 3, like spiritually inclined, spiritually connected. It itself is a divine number. And so what was your thing? I think did I hold it up here that you said you feel stuck? Okay, Visayas, you feel stuck. I would say, not knowing much about 3s and just going off of what little bit I just told you, that if 3s flourish and 3s are here to be a divine connection. Brandon's a 3 too. I'm not surprised. I'm totally not surprised because for some reason your energy like reminds me of Malachi's too. So that kind of makes sense. So 3s. Okay. Mally, can you talk about 3s a little bit? And anybody else, so we can give Visayas some advice here before we jump off. Feel stuck. So if on my limited knowledge, if 3 is about connecting and being divinity and standing in that, he said 3s are awesome weirdos. Thanks, Mal. Thanks for the help. Thanks for the help. Okay, how about this? Awesome weirdo, spiritual connection. All right, we're gonna build on this. You're awesome. You're a weirdo. You have divinity implanted in your number. What that tells me is about connecting with your truth of who you really are and accepting yourself. So I would say, Visayas, that maybe we need to open up. We need to look within. We need to bust through some walls and some layers. Maybe you've got some deeply built up protection that is kind of standing in the way of you in a spiritual connection. And maybe that's where you need to go, is to be connecting spiritually. Linda, 3/3 is your birthday. That makes you a 3. So we're talking about I'm not talking life path numbers. I'm talking the day of the month you were born. KJ says, I'm an 8 and have awareness of my cycles now, so breaking through my cycles. Yes, exactly. So it's like if we know what our karmic lessons are going to be, then we can kind of be on the lookout. Yeah, it's the day of the month you're born. So Linda's also a 3. You have the same birthday as Ralph Smart, 3/3. That's a portal. Mally says 3s are natural writer, actor, counselor, teacher, musicians, any profession where you can present your ideas to an audience is right up your alley. Is that life path, or is that we're talking day of the month? I need to perfect this, really, guys. I really want to start perfecting this, because tear down some barriers, Visayas says. Yep, that's what I'm thinking for you, Visayas, is that. I don't know much about 4, Emma, but I'm going to do my homework this week, okay? I commit to doing my homework, to my numerology homework this week, and finding out more about all the other numbers so that I can help you more. So are you making Sandos? Smells like breakfast Sandos in here. Okay, I gotta go. I'm hungry. All right. Tim said that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah. So besides says I wonder where the barriers came from. Meditate on it. It's gonna be some sort of protection from childhood generally. I mean, that's a pretty vague way to say it, but that's just usually what it is. Besides says I'm certain I'll tear down the barriers. Yes, sir. I love it. I love it. I love it. I mean, I assume Visayas is a male. I'm sorry, because you have a male in your avatar, but I can't tell if that's your picture or if it's somebody else. Elena says, are we assigning you weekly homework too? You know, I usually do the homework. Some of it. Like obviously like 360, I'm already doing that all the time. So when I'm telling you guys to be hyper aware, I'm like, I'm doing it, but I also make a point to do it every single day. But yes, my homework I'm going to do this week is I'm going to look into the numerology so I can better help everybody and understand, what's up. Besides this protection from childhood, interesting. Yeah, that's generally where our walls begin, is in childhood. Just things happen to us and you don't want them to happen again, so you brace yourself and you are a guy. Okay, cool. I do not ever want to misgender anybody ever. So if I ever do, please let me know and I apologize. The profile picture is Aragon. Okay, so okay, all right. So my intuition was telling me like that's not him. You can't assume that that's him. Just like that looks like somebody. I feel like I've seen that before. Okay, all right. So Melissa says go to your hubby. I'm going to. I have to record the podcast too, and I'm going to record some TikToks. So please follow me there. Everybody do your homework. Which is high five yourself in the mirror every single day and don't skip today. So go out and do it today. Like as soon as you get off, go to the mirror, look yourself in the eyes. This is where the eyes are for this now because I'm looking at this camera now. Fuck yeah, bitch. Yes, you can do it. Yes, Roxy. Yes, yes. Give yourself a high five, talk yourself up, do something, and then do it every morning for the next week. And then we're going to report back and see how we're feeling. And don't forget to find your manifestation buddy on my website, roxytalks.com/forum. We have book club stuff on there. There's all kinds of courses and workshops on my website as well as free content to help you manifest whatever situation you're in. Melissa says, we'll do the homework starting tonight then. High standards. I like that. Yes, high standards for ourselves, to love ourselves. Tim says, yeah, inner child work is deep and comes up when you least expect it. Listen, inner child work it's pretty much all work because we are the inner child. We are that same person. We just have years on top of it. We just got bullshit smashed on top. So the pain doesn't necessarily go away unless we're working on it. Tommy, yep, Tommy's world. Dina says, don't be pity shitty. Oh my God. We have way too many fucking ridiculous sayings. Melissa, I appreciate you. Yeah, Melissa's looking for a manifestation buddy, and I know that we have a lot of people on there. Oh, yeah, Leanne just linked the forum right there in the link. Leanne linked the post about manifestation buddies right here in the chat. Yeah, I love you guys. I appreciate you. Go give yourself a high five. Tim says, okay, Tim, you said I high five my boys every time we pass. First, I thought you meant like your boys, but I was like, that doesn't sound very pleasant. So this is exactly why Mel Robbins, this is her technique, her thing. This is why she says to high five yourself. Part of the psychology around why it works is because we are so used to high fiving others and we are so used to like congratulating people and really truly meaning it, but we don't do that to ourselves. And so we're going to learn to do it to ourselves and offer that support to ourselves as well, and learning how to rely on ourselves for love, support, attention, validation, and whatnot. All right. So besides, you're so abundant, everything is working out for you, and everything that you want is coming your way easily. Malachi and I are working on new affirmations and meditations for you. So those will be coming in the next year. Vibes by Roxy happening on my website if you want to work on living, breathing, thinking, vibing as your ideal self all day long as you're going about your day. Vibes by Roxy's got you covered. Otherwise, one-on-one coaching is available at Roxy Talks as well. And if you're on TikTok, come follow me and come like a video so that I'll show up on your timeline so you can get positive stuff when you're on TikTok, because TikTok can be a suck hole. So I think it's nice to have some positive stuff in and out, there, because you can get sucked into that thing for hours. Okay. Where's more info on 360? The 360 Method official program is coming soon in the next couple months here in the beginning of 2022. But I have specific 360 videos on YouTube. I speak about it at length in my podcast episodes, and all my courses. I mean, my method is 360. So my courses are like basically the specific person workshop is like 360 for love. The confidence workshop is 360 for confidence. So it's in everything that I teach and how I speak about how to manifest and how to conceptualize your world. But the program itself is coming very soon. So I think everybody give yourself a little huggy, a little pat on the back for being here, showing up for yourself, and just dedicating yourself to learning and growing and being the best version that you can, because you did a great thing. And I'm proud of you. Besides, as you're trying to break your internet addiction. Okay, I'm going to say two things for you. One, switch the content to something productive. And two, make yourself maybe put a timer on and only go a certain length, or fill your day with other things that you like to do that are off of the internet so that you have just less time in the day to actually be online. So it's not saying quit cold turkey and go fuck yourself, but just switching up the content so it helps you. So if you are online, you're at least adding to, organize your feed and unfollow things that trigger you, or just go on Pinterest or something, or play, go on Farmville or something that's more emotionally comforting. And then, or, listen to YouTube affirmations, or go on, forums and stuff about manifesting or choosing your reality, looking at quantum physics and things like that. And then also adding more stuff in the day that isn't online so that you simply don't have as much time, day hours to be online. Okay. So, Eliza says productive equals positive. I actually always say the opposite. I always say positive equals productive. But yeah, you're right. Because people always talk about, think positive thoughts. I think it's productive because the thought, you want it to just lead to your ideal reality, and not necessarily has to be positive. Yeah, everything's positive. No, bitch, this shit is still working out for me. Doesn't necessarily sound positive, but it's productive, right? It's still getting me to a reality where I'm in charge, essentially. That was just an example, but all right. I love you guys so much. I am on point. I am not procrastinating. I'm getting off right now. I love you. I appreciate you. Focus on yourself. The best thing you can do to manifest your SP is to forget they exist. Love you. Bye. Oh, man. Now it's frozen and I can't select. Okay.